What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, I try to get the camera going for this show, man, but this camera's actually acting up, man. So, um, we got to do a faceless thing today, man. All right, so let's get into it over here. You guys see the title, you see the graphic. Shawn Marks' future job security actually depends on the team's success in the NBA draft. Now, I don't know who the owner actually wants. We can go over the history of Shawn Marks a little bit. I mean, it's been epic failure after failure after failure after failure after failure, And I think one of the worst ones was really how the big three, when they had KD, Kevin Durant, and James Harden, was actually really even managed, though. So, yeah, and Shawn Marks actually made a lot of mistakes there, man. A lot of mistakes. That's probably one of his really biggest failures there. So we're gonna get into the article over here. So, Shawn Marks' future job security, a function of team success in the draft. So it looks like Joe Tsai is actually probably getting fed up over here. So it says added to that, Brian Lewis Sunday was Joe Tsai's invading confidence in Shawn Marks and the Nets scouting and draft apparatus, one with a long history of running first round picks. There's a lot of pressure on Shawn Marks because he actually has to get this draft down correct, man. All right, so it says over here, indeed, I'm sorry. As noted, with a little luck, Brooklyn could have 6 picks in the draft's first 40. In this past draft, they would have been too many, but late in 2025. He said I'm excited. It's an exciting group of prospects. ESPN draft analyst Jonathan Groby told the Post there's some real depth there at the top, some real star power. That draft includes potential stars such as Cooper Flag. Okay, all right. Was it Kaman Malowich of Duke, and then Dylan Harper, and some other guys. I'm surprised they're not mentioning Edgecombe over here. He should probably be on the top of this list over here. All right, so it says as Lewis reports, the Nets have hired the coaching staff. Jody Fernandez is heavy on development, and with 9 assistants, one of its not largest in the NBA. So let me see. Tsai has absolute confidence in the ability of the front office to draft well, a source told Lewis. Shawn's track record there is very good. Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, Nick Claxton. I mean, all these guys are role players. I mean, Jared Allen, he's I mean, he's limited somewhat. He's not a Joel Embiid or a Jokic or anything like that. He's a role player. Karis LeVert was a good pickup. The whole thing with Shawn Marks is actually, getting one of these guys that's picked, let's say 25, and then turning these guys into like an all-star. So Nick Claxton is still a work in progress. Hopefully he can actually start developing under Jody Fernandez, and he can develop a shot somewhat. It can really, really help the team out in the future. I mean, they have him for 4 years. Whatever he does work on, just don't show it next season. There's a lot of competition. I think there's going to be a lot of tanking. It's like 7 or 8 teams that's probably going to be tanking. And there's a couple of guys that had the Nets picking in like number 6, 7? Some of the draft boards there. All right, so let me get the link up over here. Let me get the link. Anybody want to chime in? Let's get into it. Not going to be on long tonight. Gotta get some sleep, man. Definitely gotta get some sleep. Let's see. We'll be on for like another 45 minutes. All right, so Jonathan, get on up in here, man, if you want. Let me see what the Daniel, what's going on? How you doing? Jonathan actually says that this upcoming 2025 draft is important for Shawn Marks, Joe, and the whole organization. The goal is to get a top 5 draft so there's a lot of competition for that. There's going to be a lot of losing. Portland, Washington, I think San Antonio, Utah, possibly Charlotte. I mean, there's going to be a lot of losing going on this year in those bottom feeder teams. So it really kind of all depends. And Oren says he likes Ace and Cooper. We're going to get into into Cooper Flag. We'll get into a lot of these drafts.
Hey,
What's going
what's
on,
going
man?
on, my friend? Doing good, man. Just relaxing. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm glad you brought the article up. I was reading it this morning. I mean, absolute confidence. Let's start with that. Joe Desai, absolute confidence in Shawn Marks. So the goal, like I just told Oren, is you are aiming for a Cooper Ace Bailey. You're doing everything in your power, whether it's predictable or not, to get the odds in your favor. And that's what the Nets need to do. I mean, if we have to get a Dylan Harper or VJ Edgecombe, I'm not mad with that at all. But the ultimate goal is to aim as high as you can for one of those top two guys. Because I tell you, if we have a front court with the Cooper Ace, with the Claxton Clowney, we're going to get bigger as a team. That should be the goal for this team. The small ball philosophy that Shawn Marks has been obsessed with needs to end after this season. We need to be in a completely new philosophy direction, and hopefully one that Jordy will want to be a part of with us in his philosophies. I think that's what the Nets should aim for, honestly.
So do you think Joe Tsai's actually fed up with Shawn Marks and he's going to give him one last chance, or do
I
you
mean,
think
you
actually?
heard what I said in the last stream. If I was to be honest, I would let Shawn Marks finish the rebuilding portion for this season, and if his contract is up, I'd see if there's anybody available that would want to be part of that 2025 draft, because the moves on that draft night are going to be important. They're going to be historically important for this franchise that's trying to get to a new stratosphere that they haven't been in a while. So I think having a new GM potentially next year for the draft could be an idea, but we just got to see. I mean, absolute confidence. I'm not going to buy it until this rebuild is complete to see where we are with all of our assets, because Shawn still has work to do. This rebuild is not complete yet. There's still a lot more moves to be made, so we'll see just how absolute confidence he has in Shawn, honestly.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. It sounds like from what the article actually says. I don't know if that's actually true or not. That Joe Tsai does have confidence in Shawn Marks, and I mean, I don't know. This is a draft that he can't miss, man. You have like I
Facts.
think 6 or 7 like guys who I think can be real stars
Right.
in this league over here. So we'll definitely see. We'll definitely
I mean,
see.
6 picks. I mean, considering that it happened with the failure of the big three, to have the most draft capital in the Eastern Conference and to have 6 picks in one of the most historic upcoming conferences, drafts like that, has like Shawn and Joe have to be going to themselves. We cannot screw this up. We have to deliver for the fan base, for the talent that's on this team, to have a direction that we can commit to. I mean, the goal needs to be Cooper or Ace, and I hope we can do everything to put ourselves in that position, because the Brooklyn fan base will feel that next year during the draft, because we have not
So
had the chance to draft a top prospect yet. That would be something new for this whole franchise, which I think would be so awesome.
no, that's not on. That's not on Shawn Marks, Oren. That's on the basketball gods right there, man. I mean, listen, if you don't get the number 1, 2, or 3 pick, getting like Edgecombe is not like not the worst thing in the world right there,
Right.
man. I
Definitely
would take
not.
it.
Definitely, I think
Um,
Edgecombe honestly will be the wild card, the breakout surprise. And if we have a chance to get him, I'm telling you, his athletic explosion, there's so much more to his game that we would see if we got him. He would fit with Claxton Thomas and the other young guys. Like, our offense would be so much quicker, so much more exciting. Like, I wouldn't see that as a negative, but we are going to aim as high as we
Now
can.
the whole key, I think, the whole key right here, man, is to try to get Ben Simmons looking as great as possible,
Mm-hmm.
so they can actually probably trade him if it's possible. If they can try to move up in the draft by packaging Ben Simmons, that might even work. Because Ben Simmons right now, was he 28 years old? I mean, damn. I mean, 3 years of not really playing, and he didn't really get a chance to really kind of work on like
Right.
the weaknesses of his game, and then like I don't know, man. I think the
Well, I'll
boat
tell you
sailed.
this. I mean, we've been so over this whole topic of the Ben Simmons trade, with Sean Marks being one of his worst moves of his career as a GM. But if he could rectify it, have Ben Simmons be healthy for half the season, get his value up a quarter or something, and then trade him for some type of capital, that would go a long way towards Sean actually making arguments for why he should be the GM after next year. But we have to see it. I'm not confident that Ben can get through a half season until he can actually show it. But if
Yeah,
he
yeah,
could pull, if Sean could pull that off, he's got an argument there. But we have to see if he can do it.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And we gotta look at. I'm gonna look into the NBA draft board here, because there's a lot of mock drafts that doesn't even have the Nets even like picking up top 6. It's
Right.
insane though, man. I'm like, hold on, man. Y'all actually think the Nets are actually going to be really good?
Also, I just wanted to say to you, BK, there's something called stat head basketball where you can actually compare basketball players. I know we do a lot of comparisons, and some guys always say, oh, it's unfair. Well, if you go to stat head basketball, you can actually put one of our players with another player and see how they compete against each other career wise to get a better comparison on screen. I just thought I'd suggest that to you, because I know you get a lot of a lot of bad publicity for some of those takes. If you have the actual comparisons on
Well,
the
a
screen,
lot of
it'll
guys
help.
don't play basketball, man. So that's the thing. If you go out there, you play basketball, you play a 3-on-3, just random guys. You win a couple of games, and then a new team comes on and kicks your ass.
Mhm.
You're not going to go back with the same roster, right? With the same team, you got to try to get better teammates now that can match up to the guy who just kicked your ass, man. So it's nothing personal, man. So
Right.
it's nothing personal.
Yeah,
So
that was it, stat head right there. So if we
we'll
if
keep
we if
that
we
up.
have a comparison talk tonight, I would go to that just for and try to use as an example in case anybody has questions, on
Yeah, so I
what
was
you
looking
want to
at
do.
CBS, right? So CBS doesn't even
Hmm.
have the Nets even in the I think it was not even in the top 5, right? Yeah, no, number
Mm,
6. So they actually
six.
really think the Nets are actually going to be a decent team,
See,
not
if we
even one of
aim
the
for
worst
the play
teams.
in, that's what we're gonna get. But what does that benefit us to get a mediocre play in, easy exit? Like that's not good. The idea is to be top five. That is the goal. I mean, of course, it benefits Thomas and Claxton considering they're gonna be making the most money on this team next year. But we're talking about the team as a whole, getting better, getting where we want to get to have winning for multiple years, not just have a mediocre play and run. Like we got to stop the scrap thing, man. We keep going for scrap victories. We got to aim for long-term victories. This top
Yeah, they
five
got they
selection is
got
important.
Nolan Trier as 6. I think Oren just mentioned Drake Powell or something like that. Oh,
I
compare Cam Thomas to Bulls Ben Gordon.
oh man, yo,
Yeah, we'll get
you
into
could
that
do
later,
that.
man.
Yo, use the stat head for a second. Put Thomas and Ben Gordon for fun. Go on the stat head real quick, just for Oren's amusement.
Yeah,
There,
let
we
me
can
see
see that.
that. Let me actually play around with this thing. I don't want to kind of do this while I'm doing a live show over here, man. Let
No,
me see.
just check it out.
Oh, you put Cam Thomas versus
But yeah, Ben
Gordon.
Gordon. Yeah,
All right, let's see here. Versus Ben Gordon. I love technology today, man.
nah, I think this would be. Oh,
Oops, I think I spelled it wrong. Gordon. Yeah.
I thought this would be a good thing we could start using just because we're getting so many fights about where we say we try to stack up players against our current players. This actually would show you what it looks like and how they faced them in the past. So people can't really dispute it as much. I mean, we can still fight about it, but at least you can see the results on screen.
Yeah, guys get emotional, man. Guys get
This last stream was a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun last stream.
I think it picks. Oh, I gotta play around with it, man, and
Yeah,
see.
wait, let me get to where we go. Just
I
head
gotta
on.
play around with it and see. And
You know, you gotta put in stat head basketball comparison. Type that in first on the
okay,
yeah. Go back to it. Just put stat head basketball comparison,
okay,
and it'll lead you to versus finder. Yeah,
yeah,
versus finder.
I
There you
got
go.
it.
Click on that, and then you can put them in. There you
Oh,
go.
all right, cool. All right,
There you
head to
go.
head.
Player one, player two. Just put the names in on those two things. Yeah,
So compare team. Oh, compare players. Okay.
players. Yeah.
We got Gary in here, man. What's good? What's good, Gary?
Hey Gary.
What up? What up? What up, y'all?
Hey, I'm just showing BK a new technology thing because we always talk about comparisons. This is the way we can actually see it on screen. And Oren wanted to compare Thomas to Bulls Ben Gordon.
Yeah, they had Cam Thomas being compared to Kobe Bryant in terms of the numbers and everything that he's put.
It's
They
a
put up in
different
there.
era, though. Like Kobe was a rookie in what, '96?
Wait, hold on, Gary. There's a lot of old heads you're going to actually offend over there, man. So just
Yo, put in Thomas, BK. Put it in. Put it. Let's see how it works.
let's see, Cam Thomas. All right, let's see how this works here.
Let's see if he finds it.
Oh, no results. That spelled his name wrong. Ben Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah, I spelled it right. So they have an X over here. I don't know what that means.
Oh, you know what it is? Because I think it only compares players who've actually played against each other.
Oh,
Or,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember Ben Gordon. But once Ben Gordon's athleticism went, I mean, he was done. He was an undersized like two guard they are similar. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you could try to put in Thomas and Jalen Brown if you want. I know you always bring that up if you want to do that real quick.
We don't gotta do that, man. I mean, so one guy is 6'2", 6'3" ish. Other guy is 6'8", 6'7", 6'8", and just way bigger, physical, and stronger, man. So that's not even a fair comparison right there. So Gary, let me ask Gary something real quick. So what do you think about this whole thing with Shawn Marks, job security on the line, and he has to really kind of knock it out of the park in this draft here? What do you think, man?
He has to get it right. Like no matter what he does, he has to get it right. They're gonna give him at least 2 more years, I would imagine, right? Unless he really screws it up like Zach Wilson screws it up that bad. Like because you got to think if they draft in the top 5, they're going to get a good player, right? And you'll know where he's good. But what about the rest of the picks? Like,
right.
Or he might panic and trade them all for Brandon Ingram. Like that could happen too.
Oh, we hope not.
Oh gosh,
it's Marks though. Like the one thing Marks is pretty good at is drafting, but he doesn't. He trades all of his picks and like.
Listen, we need guys that are athletic, no below the rim guys, man. No guys that are below the rim. You know, we could save those guys for like on the bench as role players, but in your starting 5, man, I mean the average height in the NBA is 6'6", 6'7" ish. We need guys that are taller, like tall, 6'6", average NBA height for the most part, and that are hyper athletic and puts pressure on the rim.
Right. Also, Gary, Sean has to finish his reboot. We still have vets on the team, and like BK said, if Sean could somehow keep Ben Simmons healthy this season and trade him by the deadline for something, that would go towards a ways of giving an argument for why Sean should even be managing next year. And the thing is, we need picks for 2026. We only got one pick. If we could trade Doe and Johnson for some cap in 2026, we are set. We have options for 25 and 26, and we could use some more
How
picks
many
in 25
picks you
to
want,
get to
Jonathan?
26.
You can't get all these guys on one team
No,
and develop them all.
I know, but to like Gary said, it's a balance thing. We obviously want to get a top 1 to 5 pick to draft. Maybe draft another player in the top 15 to 20, but then after that, we could start playing with the picks, move them for something maybe for like a year down the line for the next draft. Like we have to make it interchangeable. We can't just have all picks in 2025 and leave 2026 with just one pick. We need to make sure we're set up for both drafts. Honestly, we're only set up for one right now.
Yeah, we gotta remember. Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead.
Utah has a ton of picks in 2026 and 2027.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like they want Cam Johnson. I would say fine, take Cam Johnson, but I want a pick in 26 and 27.
Ooh.
Like they would do that, and it would work out for us. We get Cam Johnson off the books.
Mm-hmm.
We can take on an expiring contract if they need us to, and then we would get a pick in 26 and 27. So we'd have 2 picks in 26,
Ooh.
and then we would have 4 picks or 3 picks in 27. Like we'd be set for the next 3 years.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's only one basketball, right? So if you have like 3 or 4, let's say potential future all-stars, there's only one basketball. So somebody has to take a role. Like somebody actually has to be a role player. You see how the Boston Celtics, Drew Holiday, Porzingis, if he's healthy, I mean, had to take a role. They had to, take a back seat pretty much. You look at Chris Bosh on that big 3 over there with the Miami Heat, had to be a role player.
Ray Allen with the Celtics, yeah.
Ray Allen with the Celtics, yeah. And
also, I just want to bring this up. Apparently, the Nets and the Cavs won't be doing business anytime soon. According to Jake Fisher, he kind of put water on a potential Okoro Doe thing. He says that the Cavs are really over the money line right now, and taking on Doe's contract, it just wouldn't work salary-wise. And that's a little bit of a scary thing because if we want to trade Doe or Johnson to other teams, especially contending teams, if they're over the first apron, they might not be willing to take on those high salaries. So the Nets really have to time that right because they could be even contending teams. They're going to be hesitant to want to take on the salaries and be over the apron. This new CBA era, you really don't want to be over the apron unless you're guaranteed to be a championship team. So Sean really has to play this like chess and not get himself stuck with pawns.
That's why you're going to have to take on a bad expiring contract, but that's like you can do that, right? Like if I can get rid of Cam Johnson's contract that's got 3 years left on it, I'll take on a bad contract that expires at the end of this year.
Right. I mean, the Jazz deal made sense. It does, but they're also a rebuilding team too. And the thing is, if they keep Laurie, do they really want to go on? I mean, if they want to go all in, we have Johnson and Doe. We could pull off something pretty big with them potentially, like you said. I would have to keep that as an option. I'd even say the Warriors, because if they're not going to make the move for Laurie, they still have some young players. They might want to get off with capital for a Johnson or Doe, so there is something there too. I definitely think the Nets should look at the Western teams because there are some Western teams like the Kings as well that need to make a big move to get a big piece in. So maybe the Nets should focus on the West and not as much on the East to make the East stronger. Maybe that's
All right, let me
go
let
ahead.
AP go. Hold on, AP, what's good, man?
What's up, man? What's the subject?
Shawn Marks' job security is on the line if he doesn't really nail it in the 2025 draft class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say, I don't know why people concerned about him trading the picks because he has clear directions of drafting and rebuilding, so we don't have to worry about that. And as far as getting too much picks like 2026 picks, we don't need them because we're gonna have too much rookies anyway. From 25, well, 25 we got 6 picks, right? So yeah, we don't. 26, we really, as long as we have our pick in 26, that's good enough. And as far as Sean Marks, like I was saying, he the Mikal Bridges trade saved his well, gave him space a little bit, like 2 more years. So this ain't really news to me. I mean, I had a feeling they was gonna keep him around, so. Now, as far as the draft or whatever, or I heard y'all was talking about trading Cam Johnson, whatever. Utah's not gonna pick him up because they trying to trade Larry Marketing to get more draft picks. So as far as that,
they want to keep him though. That's what I heard recently that they want to actually
nah, it's
sign him
like
next season.
no, they doing the cat and mouse shit like we did with Mikal Bridges. Like we want to keep him, but that's only to raise the price. You get what I'm saying?
No, I understand
So
what you're saying. It's just if the Warriors aren't willing to trade all the young guys, which Danny Ainge wants, I
yeah,
could see
yeah,
the Nets pivot
but
with Utah if they keep Laurie,
yeah,
like
but
Gary said.
you know how Danny Ainge is. He gonna say we really need him, so you could give up a good amount. Maybe not the Warriors that trade for him. Maybe it's other
Mm.
teams out there, So, and as far as you saying we can't trade DFS, it's possible because we could pick up another contract. It's just with the Cleveland situation is different because it's more of a sign and trade with Okoro. So that's a little different, but I'm pretty sure we could get off a DFS for a late first round or 2 second
So
round
you
picks.
don't think this guy Lewis from the Post? He's saying that this job security is on the line if really
Yeah, it
kind
is
of mark.
it's on the line as far as because don't get it twisted. Like when they say on the line, doesn't mean because Mark's contract run out next year. So, but they're gonna re-sign him probably to like a 2-year deal or whatever. What they saying is, all right, pick your picks and they better hit. That's just what it is. It takes time to hit. So they're not gonna say, all right, you fired if you fired next year, because we don't know what the
Well,
picks going
all
to
right.
turn
So
out
I
to.
gotta, I gotta. All right, so this is a question for the panel over here. I gotta. Harlem seems like he could be right. The Nets probably could contend for a play-in, like the number 10 seed or something like that, or the
Why you
ninth
say that?
seed, because CBS Sports they have the Nets picking where was it over here? Number 6 over here. And there was a couple of other mock drafts that has the Nets even picking 7 or 8. So apparently these guys actually believe the Nets could probably even like make the play-in tournament or something like that and actually
How if we picking
compete.
if we picking 7 and 8, how we gonna make the play?
No, I mean the further the better they actually do, the further they actually go
Right,
down in the draft.
right, which is bad. We should aim for top 5. Like
I
honestly,
mean,
I don't see the
I don't
purpose.
understand why y'all think we gonna do good. I think we gonna compete. I think we gonna bottle out in the fourth quarter because we don't have enough talent to push through. I don't know if y'all remember the rebuilding teams or the teams that wasn't trash. We was in games, but we couldn't finish games because we
Well,
didn't have
remember,
enough
there's going to be
talent.
a lot of other bottom feeders teams actually looking to lose too. So I don't know what Detroit's actually going to do. I
Yeah,
know
but
they got
it's a lot of bottom feeder teams that got better though.
I think Detroit wants to compete because they did get vets. They got like 3 or 4 vets on that team with the young prospects they got. So I think they will be slightly better. I think Hornets have a young core will be slightly better. I mean, they're probably going to be
Yeah.
playing,
The
but if they're better
Wizards,
than us, that works to our benefit. So good luck this season.
Yeah,
you
Jonathan.
have
I think.
Portland.
Oh,
Wait,
Go
wait,
ahead.
wait, Gary's
Go ahead,
respond.
Gary.
Gary's fine. Let Gary respond.
Go ahead,
I
Gary.
think so. You're gonna have the same top 8 teams as last year. Then I think you're gonna have Charlotte at 9. Like I think Charlotte will be decent this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then after that, everyone else in the East is tanking except for Detroit, and Detroit's tanking by accident. They're just tanking because they're terrible. Like someone's gonna have to win those games. Like if they get 32 wins like they had last year, that might be good enough to be a 10 seed. Like that's what I'm trying to say with like when Harlem says they might make the. I'm not saying they're going to be good.
No,
I'm
it's
saying,
not. It's not out of the realm of possibility, though. Yeah, I
No,
definitely
no, it's
concur.
not a real possibility, but this is where Shawn Marks needs to step up and put his resume on the line here to complete this rebuild, get some of these vets out of here for more draft capital and set us up for a top 5 pick. You look at a Cooper, an Edgecombe, a Harper, or Ace Bailey, all 4 of them can realistically be on this team and be main chips of our future. And the Nets fan base has not had a chance to experience drafting a top pick yet. We host a draft every year in Barclays. The fans never get to see a prospect in the first round. This will be something the fan base will be rejuvenated by. That should be a goal
I
too.
agree with you, but the coach is like, you got a rookie coach. He doesn't want to have 15 win season. He doesn't want to have 15, 10 game losing streaks.
Yeah, he has a resume too.
Right. But Gary, here's the thing though, Gary. For this first season, it's about establishing a structure, a philosophy, something that this team can buy into. Defensively, I think Jordy wants to create a defensive identity this first year. Of course, we're not going to win a lot of games, but we could defensively grow as a team. That's a first goal. I mean, I don't expect Jordy to want to go for everything this season to just get a playing seat. I expect him to do it step by step, which we need for this team. This team doesn't even have the fundamentals down pat yet.
No, I agree. Like they could be terrible. The Nets could be terrible. They could be the worst team in the NBA. But like if Jordy Nelson, if they buy into his system and these guys like Clowney and they get better quick, the Nets might not be as bad as you think they're going to be, right? And they're not going to. You have a bunch of young guys. They're not going to lose games on purpose, right? Like if they win games, they're not going to lose them on purpose. Like,
remember, I think Utah was winning a whole bunch of games right last year, and then they had to sit a bunch of guys down.
Yeah, in the second half, they strategic. Like I was saying, the Nets. No, like I was saying, the Nets was gonna do. They strategically was sitting players, putting players down because half of the players they still had basically most of the same players. They just was sitting them down, saying they had injuries. So I'm telling you, that's what the Nets is gonna do. And I mean, don't get it twisted. This is what I think. Or I will say this. I think they're gonna trade Dennis Schroeder. I think they're gonna trade DFS. I think they might trade Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson got 3 more years, so they can either trade him this year or next year or whatever. Mm-hmm. But they're gonna get off of Schroeder and DFS for sure.
And Bogdanovich. I definitely think you could trade Bogdanovich to a contender or to a rebuilding team so they could buy him out for like 2-3 second-round picks or something like that.
Nah, we buy out. We're not gonna buy out.
No, we could trade Bogdanovich. No, wait. We could trade Bogdanovich to a rebuilding team, and they could buy him out, and we could get some capital or something like that.
No. If we trade him to a rebuilding team, we have to give up a draft pick. He's on an aspiring draft pick. He's on an aspiring contract anyway, so you don't have to trade him. And it's gonna be and he's on a cheap contract, so it's gonna be good teams or teams that's contending that would like to pick him up, either for second round or late round picks or whatever.
Yeah, that's an option too. I think we have a lot of options with either 4 of these vets. I just think Shawn Marks shouldn't wait too long to pull the trigger.
No, I mean, what you mean now? What you mean not wait too long? The market is.
You look at what happened with Joe Harris, Patty Mills, Seth Curry. You really could have got capital for 3 of those guys, and you waited too long.
Those different situations. Those different situations, John. We wasn't even trying to get off of Joe Harris. That's the issue. And second of all, Bogdanovich is not getting re-signed. He's on the last year of his deal, and we're gonna end up trading him anyway. Maybe at the trade deadline, not at the beginning of the season,
No,
like some would like.
that's what
But
Jonathan said. Trade him at the trade deadline. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, trade deadline I'm fine with, but if we do get better, if we somehow surpass the win total these people have predicted for us, then that puts us in a touchy situation with our own draft
No,
pick.
well,
Like,
the Vegas has us as one of the worst teams in the NBA, but then you got to look at
we
the other
not.
teams.
yeah, but that's strategy. That's not just trying to be a bad team on purpose, well, which we are, but it's not to just say we're just a bad team. It's just you're doing it strategically because you want a top pick, not because you just want to be
All right,
bad.
that's
To be
The
bad.
thing
the
is, though,
point. That's the point.
Gary was saying, there's going to be a lot of bottom feeder teams. Portland. Who knows what happens with the Clippers? I mean, I don't think. I mean, they
I
got rid of.
mean, you shouldn't worry about the West right now. It's about missing the
No, I mean
playoffs in the East.
all these teams are going to be competing
I
for.
would
No,
try
but
to trade Joe
it's
to Philly for one of those Clipper
first of
picks. If
all,
the
the
Clippers bottom out a
Clippers
year
is
or
still
two,
gonna the Clippers
Yeah,
still gonna be good.
and that's another good,
not-
that's another point right there. The Western Conference is even worse because, I mean, you look how stacked the West is.
I
How
mean,
many
strong.
bottom feeder teams are actually in the West? Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull it.
It's not. It's a lot of contending teams. It's only Utah. It's only fucking damn. It's not too many. Utah.
I'm surprised the Kings don't want to do business with us because they need to make upgrades. They're in a dog fight, even though they got DeMar.
Nah, they made upgrades with DeRozan. So
yeah, but
like
DeMar and who's the other guy? DeMar and De'Aaron Fox, like that defensively, that's not going to be as strong. But they need another
Yeah,
scorer.
hold on.
on
Let me let LM go. He's been here for like almost 5
Hey,
minutes.
LM.
Yo, LM, you there?
Yeah, I've just been listening.
All right. So, what do you think about this, man? You believe Shawn Marks' job security is on the line, as Brian Lewis from the Post is actually reporting there, or you think it's all fool's gold there? Shawn Marks has a job for life.
Be awful.
I mean, it's tough to say. I've seen people say they trust Sean with a rebuilding team as opposed to a contending team. So I mean, it's tough to say. It's tough to say what he's gonna do. I mean, I feel like Sean has gotten people's graces back and what he pulled off. But I mean, it's yet to see. It's yet to be seen. Can he lead this rebuilding team into a contender in the next few years? Depending, I mean, it depends on where we draft.
Right.
I think it really depends on where we draft. Even if we don't get the number one pick, can you make the right selection?
Right.
Can you make the right? It all depends on not only him but our scouting team too. A lot of the work that our scouting team does, they have to make the right decisions. They've done pretty well in the late uh draft selections with Cam, Dayron, Claxton, Wilson, Derek. You know what I'm saying? They've done pretty well with that, but I mean, you talking about the top of the top. Like this is a chance to get a high lottery pick. It's a lot of pressure
Yeah,
on these
Mara makes a
guys.
good point. A play-in would be in the teens, not in the single digits. Yeah, that's a really good point. Well, it depends because Atlanta got the number.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
might even
yeah,
have
yeah.
a
It
six
has to
draft
be in the
pick if we're
team.
playing. We could be like 15 or 18, which would just be a complete loss of the season,
But
honestly.
my thing is, I think Horde because and I don't know how much Sean Mark said this when they was interviewing him. I don't know how much of this is true, but he said he spoke to Hordy. The McHale trade, according to him, was always a possibility. So he
Right.
spoke with Hordy. He
Hmm.
spoke with Hordy during that and was like, "Hey, if we trade McHale, we're rebuilding. Are you okay with that?" And apparently, Hordy said, "Yes, it's fine. We understand that there's steps that needs to be done, and the main thing that these guys is preaching is player development. All these staff and coaching staff we got, these are player development staff.
Yeah, listen,
These
but
guys,
there's so many
Good point,
players
LM. It's a good
that
point.
needs development. That's the whole thing. Like there's a lot of one-dimensional guys
All
here.
right,
Claxton, County,
we got
you know, Cam Thomas.
that don't mean that they can't turn into all around players though.
Yeah, there's only one
Let me ask you a
basketball though. I
question.
mean, they have to get the touches and everything, man.
Right, but you gotta
Let me
remember,
ask you a
BK.
question, BK.
Most of these guys is not high. Most of these guys is not high lottery picks. These guys is like late first rounders, so they're not gonna come as polished as the lottery picks that
I'll tell you this.
we previously had.
I'll tell you this: if Shawn Marks has a lifeline, it's the draft at this point for the next year at least. So he's got to put in the work to get the best draft pick possible. That's it.
BK, let
Yeah,
me ask you a
like it
question,
is.
bro.
I mean, we
Yeah,
don't
go ahead. I'm
know.
listening.
Again, y'all think once he
No,
got
AP, drop off and come back to me. Your phone is breaking up. Yeah, AP,
Yo,
drop off
BK,
and come
what's
back in. I
good,
got the
bro?
link up. Yeah, well, go ahead, Harlem. What you got?
What up, BK?
What's good? What's good?
Yo, if Shawn Marks called you up, could you do any better, BK?
Well, what?
So shut the
Assembling the
hell up.
team?
What? It's
Yeah,
not
so
even
shut the hell up.
it's not even a question.
No,
But whatever.
I'm talking about because like I always hear you say that these guys are one dimensional. So I'm
They
saying if
are. What are you
Shawn
talking
Marks,
about, man?
no. So I'm saying I'm asking you if Shawn Marks gave you the call, could you do any better?
I don't have the genetics,
Okay, then
dude.
shut
All
up.
right.
Right,
So,
right. They don't. All right then. No. But I'm saying you guys always say what these guys can't
they
do,
are,
but
man.
y'all can't do any
How come they
better.
didn't win any? How come they didn't make the play-in
But
tournament
y'all
last
I'll
year?
can't.
say,
If they're
But
so
y'all
good.
can't do any better
hold
though.
on, Harlan.
But y'all
Hold on,
can't
Harlan.
do no better.
I
So that's the shit that
don't,
Man,
kills
Harlem,
me.
stop,
It's
dude.
hold
like
on.
Stop.
I don't think
You
he's.
cannot do that.
Hold on, cause I don't
I
think
don't
he's
get it.
wrong in. I don't think he's wrong in saying that. I don't think BK. Well, one, you're right. You got a point when nobody can do what these guys can do. But at the same time, I don't think he's wrong in saying
So
that
that's why
most of
you
our
shouldn't
players.
trash them.
But no, what I'm saying is,
That's why
I
you
don't think
shouldn't
he's
trash
wrong.
them.
I don't think he's wrong in saying that most of these dudes is one dimensional. At the same time, there's a
I
lot of
don't
stuff
agree
that
with
they
that
need
though.
All
to be
right, hold
worked
on,
on.
I
Ellen.
don't agree
Why?
with
All right,
that though.
hold on. Everybody be quiet. Everybody be quiet.
I
Harlem,
don't
why
agree.
do you actually think these players are so good, man? Please explain.
Yo,
Nobody's gonna interrupt you.
so again, BK, right? I've played on teams
Uh-huh.
and I've played street ball. In street ball, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. You could be whoever the hell you want to be, right? When I play street ball, you got guys coming down the court shooting like they Steph Curry and they can't shoot to save their fucking life, but they do it because like they see him doing it, so they think it's cool and they suck at it, right? And then you have some guys that's just actually good and they can shoot and blah blah blah, right? But when you're on a fucking organized basketball team with a referee, with a coach, with a coaching staff, you have roles on your team. And when you have a role on your team, no matter how good you are, no matter what you can do, you have a role to fulfill. So I asked John a while ago, John, when you played ball, what was your role, John? He said rebounding. I said, BK, what is your role? You said you set screens. Now, if John was in the pros, BK, right? And they said, John, your role is to rebound and block shots, right? And John as decided, I'm going to come down and beat Steph Curry. He would not even touch the fucking floor. Now, maybe John can actually shoot, but that's not what the coach is asking him to do. So when you guys constantly come up here and say Claxton can't do this, bro, that's not true. He has a
Oh, really?
fucking job to do and a
Yeah, but
role
you
to
got to
do, and
work
he has
on it
to
though.
play
I
that.
worked
Hold
on a
on, let me
mid-range
finish,
shot.
John.
I
Let
never
me
used to have
finish,
mid-range
John.
shot. I
Let me
All right,
finish,
hold on.
John. Let me finish, John. Let me finish, John. So you have. Let me finish. So you have a role to play, right? So again, if you have a role to play, John, you have to play that specific role. That does not mean that you can't do other things. That just means that if you go outside of what the coaching staff is telling you, your ass will be on the bench. This is not street
All right.
basketball. So maybe Nick Claxton can actually shoot. They just don't want him to shoot. So when you say he can't do that, that's not true. He
All
just
right.
has a
So
role
Okay,
what
that he
but
has
wait.
to
makes
So if he
play.
does
hold
improve
on,
on his
Jonathan,
offense,
hold
how
on.
does that improve the record then from
Jonathan,
last
one
season?
second,
No, that's a
because
good question though. How does it improve the record if
I
Claxton
want to see
doesn't
what
shoot
makes
though?
what
One
makes
mic,
Harlem
one
an
mic.
NBA what makes Harlem an NBA scout over here, because these are NBA scouts over here. This NBA draft guy. These are
Scouting,
NBA
BK
scouts
Hoops,
saying
BK Hoops,
that
BK Hoops. You more right than some scouts, BK Hoops. Some scouts is totally wrong. So
Nah,
come on,
well,
BK.
before
So
I
BK,
even
you
start,
telling me
all
you're
right.
not right on certain situations more than certain scouts? Just because they're a scout doesn't mean they right all the time.
No, I didn't
You
say
know.
that, but
No,
most of these guys are actually right
no,
though, man. It's their job to
no.
really
All right,
evaluate.
but it's
But BK,
percentages though.
what I'm trying to say though is again, bro, you have a role, man. That's all I'm saying. I
Hold on,
don't
hold on.
know.
I'm
And I
not done
said
with
this
you
to
yet, man. You're gonna answer this
go
right
ahead,
here, man. He
go
doesn't
ahead, go ahead,
have
go
a
ahead.
real offensive identity right now. Something I
Right
said
now.
before
Right now.
I looked at the
I
scouting
just,
report. All right.
but I
So
told you,
you said no, no. You
you
just said he
why
did
though.
though. You said they're holding him
But I
back. So
told
this is
you,
him coming out of
but I
college
told
right
you
now.
why. Right. Because I told you why. He has a role
All right, let
that
me
he
can
has
I
to
can
play, bro.
let
It's
me
a
ask
role,
BK a
bro.
question. Let me ask BK a
It's a
question. How
role,
was
my nigga.
Kawhi
I
when he was
told you.
coming out? Was Kawhi played the role until
No,
he
no, he was
became the man?
a 3 and D guy.
Until he became the man. You remember him as what college he went to? He wasn't doing all of this
San
that he
Diego
doing in
State.
the NBA. You know what
Yes,
I'm
San
he
Diego
saying?
worked
State
on
he
it
went
though,
to.
man. That's the thing. Claxton
What
didn't
are
No,
we
work
I'm
on
doing
it.
just
here?
saying we don't
No.
know.
No, actually, BK, if you know the history of Kawhi Leonard, he came in as a defensive player.
I
The
know.
same as
I watched
Jimmy
him.
Butler. Okay, the same as Jimmy Butler. When Jimmy Butler was on the Bulls and D Rose was the MVP, Jimmy Butler wasn't doing all of that. So you sit here and you say guys worked on it, right? You got to understand something, BK. Some of these guys already have that in their arsenal. They just not asked to do that. So
It's not
maybe
even
Jimmy
that. It's
Butler
not
already
even
All
that.
right,
But
well,
Harlem,
It's
how
not
does
even
that
that, Harlem.
include? Wait, wait.
no, no,
How
you
does
Look
know
that
at
what?
include the
yo,
Harlem is actually right. Hold on. Harlem is actually right. But the thing is, in the NBA, can you be efficient? That's the thing.
all right,
Can
it's
you
not
score
about,
like
but
like
BK,
50,
BK, this
60
is our
points?
learning, BK, this is our learning year though. So whatever mistakes Clax makes, this is the year for him to make him. You get what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Don't think the coaches ain't tell Clax like, all right, we paid you this money. We want you to work on your shots. We want you to do this upcoming season. So we don't know what Clax going to turn into. You know what I'm saying? So let's just see.
right?
That's
Right, but
All
AP,
I'm
the thing with Harlem's point is this though: if Claxton and Thomas don't work on certain things, how are the results going to be what he expects them to be similar to last season?
But how you
If they're
know
just as
Clax
doing the
is
same
not working
thing?
on these
yo,
things though, John? How you know
No,
Clax is not
John,
he
can I
working
ask
on
you
these
a
probably
things?
is
question,
though. But
John?
this, like you
No,
said,
no, no.
this would be the year to make the
Yo,
mistakes though,
all right,
without the pressure.
all right. So what's wrong with Harlem saying this is the year he's gonna show you what he could do,
But
whether it's
Oh no,
he's
efficient or not?
telling me that.
I've said that. I've
He's
said
telling me
that.
Claxton has a role though, which is just to defend. So how can I
No, all
expect him to
right,
work
that
on
was
the
his.
offense
Listen,
though?
John,
He
hold on,
do have a
John.
role.
Wait, hold on. John, that was his role on the previous teams. His role changed now. He's one of the highest players on the team now. His role
Yeah,
is
but
totally
nobody said
different.
he was going to be a high offensive scorer. People are saying
All
Cam
right, we
Johnson
don't
is the second best scorer
listen.
in
We
college.
don't.
Oh
No,
God.
I think that's interesting.
John. It
Say
just
that.
John.
Yo,
You just
John, you
want
do
to.
everything
No,
to just be
hold on, John. It just seems like you want to doubt him no matter what.
No,
Like
it's
I'm
not
telling
this is
about
what
you.
I'm
doubt.
saying,
It's
bro.
about
You just want to
understanding the
discredit the
structure of
kid.
what we're talking about here. Because you're
All
telling
right,
me Claxton has a role.
the structure of losing and seeing what we got in Claxton on his offensive game. Yeah, Clax 2 to 3. We don't care. We're gonna lose anyway.
No,
So it
I
doesn't
understand
matter
But
what
that's
AP. I
not,
Claxton.
bro. But
understand
wait,
AP.
but
You're on the
that's not the
rebuild
case.
model.
That might not be the
AP.
case.
You're on the
Yo,
rebuild
bro.
model with us. But Harlem's saying
Yo,
we should be in
John,
the
the
we could be in the
thing is,
play-in with just doing
yo,
roles
John,
though.
No, all
But
right,
hold
John.
on.
I get what Harlem's
John,
saying. He's just trying to
But
say
look,
yo,
maybe one player break through and we might have a
yo,
superstar in the
but
making.
what? But
yo, John,
hypothetically,
respectfully,
right?
I'm gonna
What if
say this
40
one
don't
thing to
tell
you, right,
Claxton to
John?
shoot?
Hold on. Yo, John, every little thing, bro, and I noticed this with you, and I said this to you in the comments. You guys come up here and y'all just always want to find a reason to discredit, right? So hold on, John, and before you rebuttal, right, I'm gonna give you an example. If I say, yo, Claxton can shoot, you'll be like, yo, Claxton can't shoot. But you never, bro, say, yo, Claxton could do this good. It's always like a discredit to the kid, bro. It's like, cool, John. You feel like he can't shoot? How about saying, but Claxton could do this, Harlem?
I wrote a
Claxton does this one
paragraph
good.
for what he
You
can do.
never
Harlem,
do
I
that,
wrote
bro.
on a previous stream, I wrote a
Nah,
little
bro.
paragraph for what he can
No, hold
do.
on.
And then I
Nah,
said,
bro.
this is what he
Let me ask
could
John a
do.
Nah,
I
bro.
question.
asked,
John, can
no,
I
no,
ask you a
AP,
question,
wait,
John?
Nah,
no,
bro.
no, but wait, no, but
Nah,
AP,
bro.
I wrote a little paragraph about what Claxton can do. And then I
Come
wrote
on, bro.
questions about, can he do this? I
All right,
literally wrote
can I ask
that.
you a question, John? Can I ask you a question, John? Can I
I
ask you a
don't
question,
discredit
John?
Claxton 24/7.
John,
I give him his
John,
props.
He
John, can I
discredited
ask
me
you a
all the
question?
time. He discredited him
Wait,
well, bro. He
hold
discredited
on. I
him
want to ask
well.
How?
John a question.
I don't
I
even know
want to
what I'm
ask
talking
John a
about right
question. John, can I ask you a question, John?
now.
All right,
Yes,
so do you think Class has any chance of improving his offensive game in any way this year?
yeah. I mean, if Jordy wants him to take the offensive leaps
No,
to show what he can
that's not the
do,
question, John. I'm just saying, do you think he has a chance to increase his offensive production this year?
I think this is year's the only chance to do it. So I would hope
This
he
is
would.
only year to do it.
Can we be
This
real
is
though,
only year to
Jonathan?
do it.
Can we be real?
I mean,
This is only year
He
to
hasn't
do it.
improved.
Hold on,
Come on.
Hold on, let him talk.
You
Let
know
him
I'm
talk.
saying?
Let
But
him
he,
talk. Let
but he,
Gary talk.
hold on.
well, yeah, let
You're
Gary chime
with
in.
the hating
He
shit, bro.
hasn't
This is
improved
his
any
only
part
year
of
to
his
get better,
offensive
bro.
game.
Hold on. Yeah,
Do you know
Harlem?
what Gary just said, Harlem? Say it again, Gary.
Claxton
No, John.
hasn't improved any part of his offensive game at
Okay.
all. Not since day one. Like now at 25, he's all of a sudden gonna like. What do you think he's gonna add? A mid-range jump shot? Like I mean, what do you?
I think so. I think he's gonna add. I
Yo,
think he's gonna
Gary,
add a mid range and then hold on. Let me just
he
say
need to
this. Let me
work
say
on
this.
he need to work
Let,
on free throws, bro.
let me
Screw all
say
that
this.
That
Let
mid
me say
too.
this.
I mean, his free throws could be a lot
I
better.
mean, his
to be
free.
honest.
Wait. See, I don't like this because his free throw improved from previous seasons. So y'all can't
But
say he's not working on.
he never shot around 70% though.
All
That's
right,
the thing.
listen. All
Yeah.
right, see,
Good point, LM.
wait, hold on. That's y'all goal. Doesn't mean all right. Let's
What
see
you
the
mean?
percentage.
That should be.
All right,
He says that every
just
year.
listen to what I'm saying. What's his percentage from year 1, year 2 to year 3 to year 4, year
It has
5?
never
Can we
reached
talk about
No,
that?
70%,
listen,
so
I'm
it
not
doesn't
saying,
Hang
matter.
on.
listen, no,
Wait, let Gary
I'm
chime
not
in. Let
saying
Gary
with,
chime in. Gary, somebody
listen,
say.
Let me answer
listen,
It
that.
has
hold on,
never reached.
One
hold up.
microphone.
Hold
Wait,
One
let
on.
Gary
microphone.
chime
Listen
in.
to
Let
what
Gary
I,
chime in.
I'm not saying.
hold up.
I'm
Let me
not
finish
saying
what I'm
it just.
saying.
I'm not saying
Let me
it just
finish
to
what
be
I'm
saying
saying.
it.
One mic,
Listen, let
y'all.
me
One
finish what
mic.
I'm saying.
One
Let me
mic,
finish
y'all.
what
One
I'm
mic.
saying. That's it. I'm gonna let you have the floor. All I'm saying, if he increased from year 1 to 10%, from year 2 to 20% free throw shoot, from year 3 to 30%, like as long as you improving, that's what I mean. I don't care if he reached 70% right away, because most big men don't reach 70%. That's like the average or or good players. You get what I'm saying? So
In
as
5
far as
years,
that,
he's gone
To
from
George's point,
52% to 55%. In five
Ooh.
years.
Can I
okay.
ask you a question, Gary?
Come on.
yeah,
So
like
hold on,
where's the
hold on.
improvement in that?
So Gary, so let me ask you
All
one
right.
question, Gary. So Gary, I want to ask you one
3 years,
hold
4
on,
years, like
AP.
that's
So
crazy.
Gary, let me ask you one
That's not that
specific
crazy.
question. So
And it's
okay,
just us being unbiased
so
about Claxton.
No,
People
I
come
mean,
at
listen,
yo,
that.
as
hold
long
on,
as
John,
y'all
hold
put
on,
the,
John.
listen, just put
Hold
the
on,
averages for
AP.
the centers. How much the average the centers shoot? And
Hey,
then we
AP,
have our
hold on,
numbers we
AP,
could
hold
go
on,
off of.
AP,
He
hold
got
on.
good.
It's probably a little higher. That's
Hold
probably
on,
in the
AP.
60s. I don't know
I
what
said
it
that's
is.
Yo,
still it's
Gary,
still close. Still close.
when Claxton was playing with KD, Kyrie, and Harden, right? He
Yeah.
didn't have to shoot, right? That didn't have to be his role. If you listen to what AP just said, he said this year, since the Nets don't have the most talent, they might ask Claxton to actually go out there and try to score. Now, to sit here now, when you guys say Claxton can't do certain things, you know why I disagree? Because we've never actually seen, and this is a fact, we can't argue, never actually seen a situation where they said, Claxton, go out here and give us 12, 14 points. We never
They could
seen,
have used
yo,
it. They could have used
Clax,
it
we
last
want you to
year.
shoot. We're gonna
That's a
put
good point.
That's
Excellent
fair.
point.
no.
Excellent point.
They could have used it last year, but Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges was the guy. And then you had Cam Johnson and other guys. So what I'm trying to say is this year, to AP's point, Cam is gonna need help. So outside of Cam Johnson and Shooter, this would be the year that they say, yo, Claxton, we need more from you. So what I'm saying is when you have a lot of talent around you that's better talent, they don't need you to be the guy. But
But
now
hold on.
this year, they
But
might
what if they
need him
don't
to
tell
do
him
all
to
of
What
this
do you
shoot?
mean
something,
by
bro.
better talent, though,
But
Harlan?
what
What
if
makes our talent
but
better,
hold
though,
on.
is we have a lot of role
But
players on one-year
what if Ford
deals.
what if Forty and the coaching staff they still tell Claxton we don't need you to shoot? What
Okay,
does
but
he
all
do
right.
from there?
So LM, by you saying that is proving my point. If they tell him not to shoot, we can't say he can't shoot, bro. That's the only thing I disagree with you guys about. You gotta stop saying what a guy can't do if you never seen him do it. That's like me
I'm
watching
not.
you
I
play
don't
ball,
agree.
Ellen,
I
right?
don't agree
Hold
with.
on, hold on, hold on.
I don't agree with
Hold on,
that. But
Ellen,
I
hold on,
don't agree
Ellen.
with the can't,
Hold on, Ellen, I
because
got
I
you
be
right
telling.
now.
I be
Hold on, I got you
no.
right
Hold
now.
on. Wait. Hold on. Because
Hold on, I got you right
I
now.
be telling BK that when he be saying,
Hmm?
"Yo, Cam can't play defense or Cam can't playmate," I say the same shit.
Hmm?
It's
Right,
not a thing about can't.
right. So
It's
that's what
just
I'm
the
saying.
mindset of being able to do these
If
things.
me and you was playing, if me
You're
and
going off
you,
the rails again.
hold on. If me and you was playing 48 minutes, Ellen, right? And in a 48-minute game, BK Hoops missed one shot, right? It would be
Hmm.
blasphemy to say, yo, BK Hoops can't shoot. What are we
You're
like,
right.
bro? What are we talking about? What are we talking
You're
about,
right.
bro? He shot the
Harlem,
fucking ball one
all right.
time.
So I'm
Come
reading
on, bro.
your
Come on,
scouting
that's not
report.
accurate,
Listen, Harlem,
BK.
I gotta say
Well,
this
Bro,
real
I
the
mean,
quick.
Harlem,
scouting
this kind of
report.
deflates your whole
Stop,
argument
bro.
about the
Stop.
playing thing if Claxton can't do
Stop with the
offense. I
scouting
mean, I
report,
mean,
Jay.
I mean, to say Cam Johnson as a second option is going to take us to a play-in, none of us
Yo,
believe it, man.
bro.
None of us believe it.
Yo, bro. Again, John, like I told you, it is opinion based, right? Here's the thing, John, right? If
Hmm.
you right, I have no problem saying you right. I'm a grown man. Y'all the niggas that got a problem with being wrong. I have no problem being wrong because nobody's always right. But what I'm saying is it's opinion based because we don't know how it's gonna play out. It has to play out to be a fact. You can't just say, oh
But
man,
for
like the Nets is gonna be ass. It gotta play
we're
out,
not,
bro. It
Harlan,
gotta
we're
play
not
out.
just saying this to be right. We're saying this because we believe it's the best way for this team, future-wise, to actually have consistent winning longevity-wise.
John,
If we just go for a
yo,
play-in,
John.
we get a mediocre
Consistent.
Hold on,
draft
What's
pick.
consistent winning? What's consistent? What's wrong with letting Claxton to see what Claxton got? What's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that, but to say that we should aim for the play, which kind of ruins our chance of getting a top prospect that will actually enhance Claxton and Thomas
Listen, why
future
y'all so worried
seasons.
about the playing? We not good enough to make the playing.
No,
No, but
Harlem said we can.
That all right? That's his
everybody
opinion
already
though.
know that.
That's his
And that's what I
opinion though.
said, and that's my opinion. But everybody
What's
arguing my
wrong with that?
opinion.
Why y'all want to talk him
It's an
down from his
opinion.
opinion?
it's not.
When
It's
he's
not.
if he's
It's
wrong,
adding
listen,
context.
listen,
It's adding
listen, listen,
context,
listen,
man.
John.
It's
If
an
he's
opinion.
wrong and when he's wrong, then you could like I
No,
criticize
I'm
y'all
not
about
going to
these. Hold on,
criticize
wait,
him.
wait, wait, wait.
Listen,
No,
I'm not
no,
going to
no.
criticize him
Listen,
about it. I'm
listen, John.
excited
Just
that
listen,
our
John.
direction
Just
is the
listen,
best
John.
direction.
Just listen,
I'm
John.
not
Just listen.
criticizing about
Like I
it.
told, listen, John. Like I told y'all, we was re-signing Claxton. Y'all talking about, oh, we letting him go, blah blah blah. Like I said, I was right on that, and y'all got a chance to be right on the situation with Harlem. Like, all right, we ain't make the playoffs. I told you so. Boom,
No,
boom, boom.
actually, I'm probably starting to agree with Harlem. I mean, this team. I
All
mean,
right, see, you feel.
no, I'm
See,
serious.
Oh,
you see what I mean? Like,
I'm
listen, it's
looking at,
nothing. And you know what? You know what, BK? There's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
looking at
This is
all the
all. This is all opinions, though.
I'm
Why
looking
we
at
can't
all the
have
And
bottom
that's
opinions?
what I'm
tier
saying,
teams,
bro. It's
and
opinion.
the West has maybe 4 teams, right? Because
We don't care. It don't matter about the West, man. It don't matter about the
they all
West.
still compete for the number 1, 2, 3 pick.
All right, but it
Regardless.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because listen, most of the West is going to have higher records than the East, regardless. And
Yeah.
plus, we're not
Yo,
even in the same bracket. So if
I'm
we
gonna be
fall out the
honest with you.
playoffs, if we fall out the
Listen,
playoffs, we're going to be a lower seed than them anyway. So it
BK,
doesn't
I'm gonna
really
tell
matter.
you this, right? Like I said, when you look at the Nets team right now on paper, so I just look at shit from a common sense perspective. Finney Smith was in the Western Conference Finals. People gonna jump out the
That's for
window and
Luka.
say, "Oh man, he only made it because of right," but that's not true. Because guess
What?
what? On the flip side of that, Luca. Hold on. On the flip side of that, Luca wouldn't have made it without him. So at the end of the day,
I
although
disagree.
superstars is important, BK, hold on. Although superstars is important, you need role players. Devin Booker and Chris Paul don't make it to the championship without Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. So I'm not gonna shit on role players. Now you can
But you're
say,
saying
well, if you put another
elevate
role
the
player,
role players to like a star player when
All right,
maybe
but
they
let
don't
me
have
let me
that
ask Harlem a
no.
question.
that
Let me ask
mindset.
No, what
Harlem.
I'm
Let me ask Harlem a question. What you think
good.
these DFS gonna do on this team? What you think the role players are gonna do on this team without the gravity of Luca and Devin Booker?
I think they actually gonna do better. Can I tell you why? Because I actually think Cam Thomas is gonna improve significantly.
No,
I
I
think
don't
Cam
think I
Thomas is
don't I
gonna
So
don't think they're
Luca
gonna
improve
or
do
Booker
better.
significantly.
I don't
starting?
think. Let me tell you the
Bro,
reasons I don't think they're gonna do better. Maybe their numbers is better, but as far as winning, no. They roles is not solidified and they more out of whack.
no. Listen
So
to
I
what I'm
don't
saying,
think they're gonna
AP. No. Listen to what I'm saying. I think Cam Thomas is gonna significantly do better, which means I think he's gonna put them guys in position. So what I'm saying is, I think Cam is gonna be a better playmaker. I actually, yo, bro, like to be honest, people ain't gonna agree, and that's cool. I feel like with Cam, with this being the year that Cam is gonna be the man, I think he's really, really, really gonna surprise a lot of people.
Oh
I
no,
think he's gonna
listen.
surprise a
Yeah,
lot
let
of
me
I
ask.
people,
actually
and I
Hold on
think
one
no,
he's
second.
gonna
Let
no.
me
do really
answer
good.
Elio's question. Yeah, that form looked good at that time, but maybe his form is not consistent. You know, like he has to work on having a consistent form, and that'll come over time. And him just
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
What you
What about
mean?
that Claxton three against the
His form is
Suns?
good. His
yeah,
No,
yeah.
form
his
is
form
pretty.
is no, his
His
form is
form is
good. Don't get
fine.
it twisted. His
No, no,
form
no.
is
I'm just saying it
fine.
has to be
No,
consistent,
no,
man.
no.
Like
Listen,
double
his
touchdowns.
BK,
form.
Russell,
Listen, I
hold
seen him
on.
hit mid
Russell
range. Hold on.
Westbrook.
His form is okay. His form is fine. Trust me. I
No,
seen worse.
But hold
I'm
on.
just
Wait, you
But
talking about
BK, we got
Claxton,
players in
Can
the
I
AP?
tell you?
we got
Yes, Claxton.
we
Can I
got
ask
He
you
was
a
players in the
definitely
question,
league
worked
BK?
though.
on a lot,
But
though.
hold on. We got players in the league that's never really been consistent for the majority
yo,
of their
John, bring
Yo,
the
careers.
Jay,
But
conversation.
come on, Jay.
it doesn't take away from the fact that they great players. When's the last time we seen Westbrook efficient for most of his career? He's still a great player.
No, listen. It's
It
talking
don't
about.
take
We talking
away from
about.
Please
Hello,
don't
we
bring
just
up
talking
Westbrook
about
on
his
the show.
form. We just talking about his form. His form is better than Westbrook
And can I
form,
ask a
and he's
question,
a center.
Gary?
So,
Let
not
me
saying he
ask,
gonna make as
yo,
much
Gary, I
threes as
want to ask one
Westbrook, but
question, Gary.
I mean, if
What's
Claxton
up?
could
What's
work
up?
on
Yo,
his
Gary.
assist passes, that'd be a great development of his game.
And
He
let
does
me
not
ask
really
Gary
I
a
know how to
question,
mean,
pass
yo.
with
I
the
mean, to
ball.
be honest with
Yo,
you, this
Gary.
whole
Wait,
team
hold
need to
on,
work on
AP.
everything. So it's
True,
not only
but
Claxton.
Yo,
no, but it's
yo,
good things to
Gary, let me
point out,
ask you a
not bad
question.
things.
What's up,
Let's say
Hall?
let's say this year Claxton starts shooting, right? And let's
Okay.
say Claxton starts making shots, right? To a point where now the Embiids, the Jokic's, they like, oh shit, we gotta guard him. Now Claxton for his height is pretty athletic. He could blow past guys. I've seen him do it. You know what I'm saying? I think people lowball Clax. They don't give him enough credit for what he can do. I've seen
Yeah,
him
off
blow
the
past
dribble,
people, dunk.
off the dribble.
Like
Yes.
I've seen him bring the ball up, go to the hole. So people
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
underestimate what he could do. But if he
You
Why you
starts
lucky,
saying
you,
shooting,
Omar?
you
Gary,
Hold on,
lucky
hold
as
on.
you lucky as a panel on here, man. Because I
Why you
would eat
saying
you alive.
hold on, BK Hoops? Why you
yo,
saying Omar
wait,
golfer? You never seen Claxton
and
do
let me
that?
finish though first. Let me finish first. Hold on. So Gary, if along with what I just said, if he can start making jump shots consistently, to where guys is like, oh shit, we gotta guard him. Do you think at that point what I'm saying about the playing is actually that much more possible? If he's consistently making a jump shot.
If Nick Claxton can consistently hit mid-range jump shot, he's an all-star, and the Nets got a lot better. But that's a big if. If he can do that,
Yeah,
he's an
Okay.
all-star player. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
But
I would
that
say
gotta
this.
lead to
Hold on, hold on. I
winning
would
though.
say this. I would say this about Claxton. I don't think this is not the year he's going to be consistent hitting jump shots. He's going to be hitting jump shots, but as far as the year after that, I think he's going to get better consistently. But he's just going to show you his arsenal this year. As far as, all right, listen, I could hit mid range. I could hit threes. I could dribble off the. I
Next
could
100
dribble off the
was good.
fucking. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
No,
honest
I
with
was
you,
just
AP.
shouting out to people in the comments.
I really believe that Cam Thomas. So yo, AP,
Yeah,
y'all all seen the
Jonathan,
Knicks
read what
game, right?
Oren said.
the Celtics hacked Nick
Yo, y'all
Claxton with the
all
4-4. Nothing has changed since then. He's still not playing with playoffs. BK Hoops is Ori, come on the panel, man. Come speak your piece, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Love
I
you
want
doing,
to
man.
address that. He's not playable.
you
He
seen
can
the
guard
Knicks
1 through
game, right?
5.
AP?
In a playoff series,
I
he's not
mean,
in the regular
Gary,
season.
the
He is
5
not
is
in
a
the playoff.
question mark against all-star centers, in
To be
fairness,
honest with
sometimes.
you,
I ain't gonna lie, you can't
it's
play that
pretty.
nigga in the fourth.
To be honest, who?
Okay,
I'm
in
not
the
even.
fourth, maybe I
Who?
agree, but in the
Clax.
playoffs, he can guard 1 through 5. He's one of the best switch
Yo,
big men in the
listen, man.
league.
Y'all
Gary,
too. To be honest
hold
with
on,
you,
man. Don't fall into that trap now, man. He can't
no.
guard 4
Listen,
and 5.
as he could go, as he go.
Yes, he
Listen, when he
can.
was when he was playing with KD and Kyrie, he was guarding Luka. It wasn't nobody else. He
I
was.
said
That was
4.
his
I
defensive
said
assignment.
Even
Luka for
recently,
3. I said 4
he
through
was
5.
guarding Luca. He was guarding Ant this year.
I
Come
said
on, don't.
fours. I said fours and fives. I didn't say
He
three.
can't guard
Every
4
Yes,
time
and
he
you
5.
can.
hold
Not
on,
every
hold on.
4 and
Wait,
5 is Embiid and Joker. Do you understand that, BK?
I think Jericho Sims bust his ass.
No, you
When
didn't.
No, he
Embiid,
No, you
didn't.
didn't. No, you didn't.
wait.
No, you didn't.
When
That
Embiid was going
one
against
Knicks
Now, if you
Claxton,
game,
talk,
Sims
if
did
you're gonna talk
outplay
about
him. That one
Hartenstein,
Knicks
yeah,
game, he did
but
outplay him a little bit.
Sims ain't do
can
that.
I ask you a
Alright.
question, BK? Hold on. You gonna tell me, BK, that every time, like, so you know Claxton's not scared of Embiid. He's like one of the only
Yeah,
centers
I
that's
remember he
really
had a
not scared
great
of
game
Embiid.
against Embiid. He blocked 3 of his shots, and we
Right.
won that game. He was playing
BK, do
great
the stat
defense.
board thing. Do the stat
Can
board
you
thing. Put
honestly
Claxton
say,
against
BK?
Embiid.
Wait. So can you honestly say, BK, every time Embiid went against Claxton, Claxton didn't kind of rattle him a little bit? Because I never really seen Embiid actually dominate Claxton. If anything, Claxton kind of like make him mad because he just think he could just overpower him and shit don't work.
I seen Embiid dominate Jared Allen, and y'all got high praises for him.
BK, why don't you do the player comparison
And
thing
he's
that I
not scared,
mentioned to you?
yo.
We can see their stats against each other.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But
That's,
Nick,
Embiid get his, but
but
Claxton is not necessarily scared.
Nick
Scared
Claxton is
of
not
him.
scared of Embiid, bro, at all. He not scared of them niggas,
it
bro.
don't matter. He
And I
can't guard
actually,
him. And you guys,
That does matter.
look,
That does
Nobody
matter.
can guard
That does
Embiid.
matter, bro. Because we got Ben Simmons that's scared of everybody. That won't even fucking lay the ball up.
he's
So it does
hurt,
matter if you're
man.
scared or
Why
But
not.
y'all
nobody
keep
can guard Embiid, so what's the point?
that?
AP,
No,
you're a
but
funny nigga.
I'm just saying, man. Yo, listen, it's players that scared it. I'm not even picking on Ben Simmons, but it's other players that scared to death and that's not aggressive. Like at least Claxton is fucking aggressive, even though y'all might say he trash, whatever, cool. But at least he tries. Like Russell Westbrook is trash, but he goes hard. Like now, imagine
And I'm not
Ben
gonna
Simmons
hold
had
you.
Russell Westbrook mindset. He would be a fucking monster. You get what I'm
And I'm not
saying?
gonna lie to you.
Hit
I
search
seen
BK and
this
zoom
year,
in a
BK.
little
I don't
bit.
even know if you've seen this, BK. So this year I seen a game where Jokic he bodied Claxton.
There
Right?
you
I'm gonna give you
go.
a fact. He bodied Claxton into the lane and went up for a hook shot, and Claxton blocked the shit right in his face. You remember that?
Yeah, zoom in
I
a bit
do.
more,
He
BK.
blocked
There
it
you
right
go.
in Jokic's face. So y'all gotta stop, bro.
Harlem,
Yo,
this
this
is
is a bad
StatHead
take, bro.
basketball, Harlem. This is where you can compare players that have faced each other. So we thought we'd introduce this tonight.
But he's not talking about stats though. He's just
Bro.
talking about like a
Yeah, we're not
mentality
talking
on the
about
Exactly what
court.
I'm
stats
talking about.
because
Stats. That's what
Embiid
I'm trying to
Embiid
say,
is the
bro.
main option on the
This what I'm
team.
trying
And
to.
if you
I
look
know, but
at
you're talking
Yo,
about
bro, what I'm
head-to-head
trying to say.
comparison. This is
don't.
head-to-head
No,
right
I'm
here.
not.
Son,
No,
what the
I'm
fuck that
not.
got to
I'm
do
not
with
talking about
anything,
head to
man?
head.
Yo, y'all, do
That's what
y'all know what basketball is? Look at
This
at
what I'm
least look at
saying,
the
bro. With
team.
the
Hold on,
Bro,
look at the
y'all,
record.
they're
always
talking
just
about
trying to
Come
they're
on,
talking
discredit
about
bro.
me, bro. That's
mentality on the
crazy,
Y'all
bro.
court. They're not talking
y'all
about
don't
like
That's
y'all
what
gotta
I'm
look
saying
at
with the
basketball in
discrediting
a
shit, bro.
totally
They
different
just
way.
one
And
microphone, one microphone, one mic. Y'all got
and they just
Harlem.
be
Embiid is the main
ridiculous
Guys,
is
guy on
that,
his
man?
team, so of course he's
y'all
gonna have the
guys are
better
getting
stats.
real emotional right here, man.
It's not
BK,
real
read some of the stuff
emotional.
off,
yo
BK. Read
AP,
some of the
and now
stuff
you
off,
see what I'm
Read
BK.
some of
talking
the
about.
stuff off. Come
Yo,
on, man.
AP,
Y'all gotta
This
stop
is
with
AP.
this
Now
this
you
shit.
is
see what I'm
just for
yo.
the viewers so
Hold
they
on.
can see
Yo,
it. I mean, we keep
AP,
talking about
The viewers can
comparisons.
see it. You don't
Let me
need to
see
read
it.
the shit off, man.
yo, AP. Now
But
you see what I'm talking about,
Was that
bro.
John, we
right?
comparing somebody
What?
with a main option on a team to
Exactly,
somebody
yo.
who's
That's why
barely the like
I'm
Yo,
really not
yo, yo,
second
understanding
y'all, y'all
option.
John.
guys,
This
y'all
this
guys
is what
focus with me real quick.
You know
analysis
what?
basketball
You know what,
channels
BK?
do.
You know
Though
what,
you do
BK? Pull up. You
comparisons
know
and
what, BK?
everything.
You know what I want you to do? Pull up Thibault stats versus Claxton stats. Fuck it.
Why?
If you're gonna
AP,
sit there and
AP,
say, no,
AP,
all
why
right,
are you
is
trying to make
Claxton
a
was
joke
Claxton
out
the
of
main
it,
player?
AP? AP, why
Was
are you trying to make
Claxton
a
the
joke
main
out of it,
Yo,
man?
was Claxton the main
one
player?
mic. Hold on, let me
Was
let
Claxton
Oren
the
go.
main player? That's all
Oren,
I'm asking you.
excellent
No,
timing. Oren, go ahead, man. Excellent
It's
timing.
no,
just
John.
basketball
He's not
analysis,
trying
man.
to
That's
make a
all
joke
it
out of
is.
it, John. You making a
I
joke
don't
out of it
understand
because
it.
you trying to
Harlem, this
compare
is
a
actual
superstar player.
comparison, though. What?
All
Oh,
right,
It's
what
not
the
a
your
hell?
comparison. Oh
No,
my
it's not a
God, son.
comparison, bro.
That
This is
Hold
a
on,
nigga,
hold on,
man.
superstar
hold on,
against a
hold on,
role
hold
player.
on.
What
Let
comparison?
Oren go, guys.
Y'all
Let Oren
naming
go.
This is
y'all
crazy, bro.
comparing a role player status to a main
Then
player
Yo,
then
status.
why are you guys talking
y'all
so
open
high
the
on
door, man.
Claxton then if he's just
We
a
not
role player? Like, come
we talking
on.
about his
They're
Give me
talking
that
about
shit.
the
potential.
We
That's
can
what
have an
we
mentality. They're
talking
talking
argument.
about.
about the mentality, John. They're talking about his mentality. Like
Yeah,
his
that's
He
stats
crazy,
is
don't
just
man.
John don't get that. John think, oh, if you ain't scoring the most, if you ain't doing this the most, you ain't like we not
so
even talk. We never said he
I'll put
better than Embiid. We never said none of that. We never said
right.
none
What
of
So
that.
we're kind of
so I'll
saying
put it
was that that Embiid wasn't out
Hold
working
on.
Claxton.
Hold on.
So
Hold
what
on.
kind of good to
Yo.
see in the front.
I want to say
I
this,
said
and
he
then I
played
want
good against.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna let Oren go. So what they was originally talking about, because it's nasty work. Embiid is the first option on this team, so of course he's not the better numbers. But when we look at the games, Claxton, regardless of Embiid scoring or not, he is not scared of Embiid.
That's
We
all I was
saw the
saying, bro.
playoff series
Thank you, LM. That's all I'm saying.
When Claxton
So what we
dunked on
saying,
Embiid
man?
and then Embiid tried to kick him in the nuts or some shit, and Claxton stood over that nigga like, who, like, nigga, what the fuck? He's not. He
He's
has a
not
dog
scared is what I'm
No
mentality.
saying.
back
He's not
down.
scared of.
All
He's
right.
not scared of
Here's my
Embiid.
point right here. All right, this is my point. Let's look at the comparisons. And this is where I'm trying to tell you guys that he can't be
Why
guarded.
looking at the comparisons?
Wait,
That's
let
a
him
waste of
explain,
time,
AP.
man.
Let him explain,
Yo,
bro.
let him.
AP, let him
John.
explain.
I'm not
Yo,
talking to you,
dude, it's
John. I'm
his
talking to
show. Let
BK
him
Hoops.
explain. It's
I'm
his
talking to
show.
BK Hoops, not you. I'm
Yo,
talking
dude,
to BK Hoops, not
you're being
you. All
disrespectful
right,
though. He's
listen,
trying to
stop.
say
Listen, I'm
something.
not being disrespectful. I'm talking to BK Hoops. I ain't calling out his
No,
name or
because you're not
nothing.
letting him talk about. You're not
I
letting him
don't give a
talk about.
damn. You're not the moderator. You're not the moderator here. He is. I'm talking to him. I'm
Yeah,
talking to
okay.
BK Hoops, not you. You get
Yeah,
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, I
Just
got
put your
you.
feelings
All right.
back in the back pocket. All I'm saying,
You were first.
All right.
like
So
I
this is
said,
what I'm. All right, so this is
God,
what
You
I'm
don't let him
saying right
explain.
here.
Just let him
Like
explain.
when you look at the head-to-head comparisons, right? So he averaged 30 points on Claxton on 20 field goal attempts. I mean, so this means right here that just Joel Embiid can actually just get whatever he wants without any type of resistance. If Nick Claxton was playing really good defense against Embiid, I mean, this field goal attempts will have to go up to like 26 to 27 points. 26, 27 field goal attempts to get 30.
Can I ask,
So yeah, man.
can I
So
ask you a
this is what I'm
question,
saying.
wait. No, BK, highlight that again. Look at field goals
Let me ask
attempts.
one question, AP.
20. Hold on, wait.
Hey, yo, AP, let me
20.5.
ask one question.
What's this classing? 6.0? Right? I can't see from here. All right. Look,
6.8.
6.8 and 20.5. Do you see attempts? That's field goal attempts. Do you not understand what we talking about now?
That's really good efficiency right there, man. But you don't think
No, he took more shots. He took way more shots. He took way more shots than Nick Claxton.
27
And
shots,
BK,
to get 30 points.
He is
BK,
the
That's really
first
you
really
missing
good
option
the
on the
defense.
original.
team.
He's the
Yo,
first
BK, you
option.
missing.
So look at the efficiency.
You
Look
missing
at
what
the
I'm.
efficiency. Nick Claxton efficiency is better than MB.
Yo,
How are you gonna say that? This is
So
yo,
look
good
at the
BK,
defense.
efficiency.
yo,
Scroll up,
BK.
and look
BK,
at one
like
of the
this new
green parts.
technology, man.
This
Yo,
comparison is not
BK, you
fair
missing
because
what I'm
Joel Embiid
saying,
was double
bro.
teamed and
I
triple
never
teamed.
All right, let
said
Oren
that.
go.
I
We
never
said we're
said
gonna
that.
let Oren go.
Let
I
Owen
never
go. Let
said
Owen go. Let
Claxton
Owen
Hey,
can't.
go.
Warren.
Guys,
Hold on. Show
the
some
Yeah.
respect, man. You
the comp is
just
not
talking.
fair because Joel Embiid has sent 5 defenders at him. The comp is not fair because we were playing Joel Embiid in the playoffs with 5 players. We were sending DFS and everybody at Joel Embiid at the same time, including Nick Claxton. So this comp of like what's Joel Embiid's effective field goal percentage, that's complete trash because we sent 5 players at him. You should look at his assist to turnover ratio. We were trying to make him turn the ball over that series, and we were somewhat
Well,
successful.
he's good at that, Oren. He's
My
really good
point
at that.
is to anyone who's saying Nick is going to shoot one day, guys, Nick is in the category of Shaquille O'Neal. He makes 400% of his free throws. Like, he's in the category. Teams employ hack a Shaq against Nick Claxton.
Hack a
Like,
Shack.
the Boston Celtics did hack a Clax. Guys, do I have to remind you of this? Like, they played him off the
Hey, yo,
floor.
Oren. So let me say this to
They
you,
hacked
Oren.
him 6 consecutive times until we had to sit him down. And until this changes,
Yo, Oren, let me say
nobody
this
come
to
to me
you,
and
right?
talk to me about threes. Harlan, now you can go.
Yo,
Now that I'm
Oren,
with
listen, Oren. Y'all missing the whole contents of what I'm saying. I never said Clax better. I never said Claxton could stop him. I said Nick Claxton is not scared of Joel Embiid. That's all I
That's
said.
all we
He
said.
just plays hard
All we
against
said.
him. And then
I
next
know,
thing
but
you
what that
know,
has
you
to do
pulling
with
up head-to-head
abilities, man.
stats from a superstar to a role player. That makes no sense, bro. That's not even a
Yeah,
comparison.
that's kind of
When
stupid
John say,
doing
"Oh,
that shit.
AP,
Then why are
you're
you so
trying to
high on him,
yo,
Harlem? Then
John,
why are you
you're
so
trying
high
to make
on
a
him?
joke.
So you
Wait.
comparing
So
his
John
stats
said,
to when he was a role
"Oh,
player to a fucking number one
no.
option. I don't get
Right.
that.
So when John says, "Oh, AP, you're trying to make a joke out of Claxton and Matisse Thybulle," no, he's not. He's saying if you're gonna compare a role player, compare him to a role
Wait a
player.
minute.
That's
Wait
that
a
shit
minute.
is as silly
You
as when
guys
Yeah, but
BK
are
that's
say,
unfair
okay.
too.
Hold
Claxton
on.
don't
Wait.
smoke Lefty Stuyvesant,
Hold on,
man.
I got something good
Yeah,
for
you
both of you,
respond, man.
man.
You respond,
It
man. You
was
respond.
you don't
okay
even
to
say.
compare. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. It was okay to compare Joel Embiid to Nick Claxton. You were fine with that, but when I brought up the numbers, oh,
No,
now all of a
no.
sudden
Who's
Facts,
fine with
facts,
that?
We
bro.
never
Facts.
No.
compared.
First of
man.
all,
We never
wait. BK
compared.
Who's? I'm not
We
gonna let you
never
cap. I'm not gonna
compared
let you. I'm not
Embiid.
gonna let you cap. BK
Yo,
Hoops.
We
John,
never
hold up.
compared.
Hold up. BK Hoops.
We
John told
never
you to pull up the
compared
stats. We didn't even
Embiid.
say pull up no stats. We didn't say none of that. We was
Right?
just
We
talking
ain't say that.
about
John
Nick
said
Claxton
that.
hold on,
effort.
All
And
I
John
said
said
was,
No, because
Harlem
anytime
did not say that. Harlem
I
did
only
not say that.
mention this. I
Stop
only mention
capping.
this because every time
Stop
BK brings
capping.
up comparisons, you guys always chew his head off. Why not just see it on the screen for yourself at this point?
All right,
You know?
exactly.
For the record,
bro,
You never
I
brought
didn't
up the
bring up
stats.
yo,
I
John,
didn't bring up a
yo,
comparison
John,
between Joel
yo,
Embiid and
John,
Nick
yo,
Claxton.
hold
All right,
on,
so
hold on, BK,
hold on,
BK, hold on,
man,
BK.
hold on. I just want to highlight. I'm gonna let you go next. I just want to highlight for the audience that they were all good. AP and Harlem were all good comparing Joel Embiid and Claxton. So when I showed them
We never
numbers,
compared him.
No.
We never compared
There
him.
you
What
go,
are
John.
you
lying. Why
talking
you lying
about? Yo,
for?
come
We
on.
Why
never
What are you
you
talking
making
compared
about,
him
yourself
to
man?
Nick
look bad right
Claxton.
now?
Y'all
You
niggas is
know that. You
capping
know
right
what the
now.
hell we
All I
talking
said
about? We
was
never
Nick
even said
Claxton.
you lying.
That's
First of all,
crazy,
Joel
bro.
Embiid is an MVP. So what the hell are you
That's
talking
crazy,
about? We
bro.
was comparing them. We was never comparing
That's
them. So
crazy,
stop
bro.
lying.
We
Why you
never
gotta lie to
compared
make
him.
your point?
Respect.
You get what I'm saying? You don't even need to do that.
I said that he showed a fearlessness against him, and I'm like, that's
He
fine. What?
did.
All
He
right,
did.
listen.
There you
That's
go.
what we
That's what BK
saying.
Last
was
year,
saying.
All
That's
right,
what
so
BK was saying. You did
No,
mention
BK,
that.
all I'm
no.
saying
If
is,
that's listen, if that's all BK, hold up. If that's all BK was saying, why you pull up the stats then? If we say fairness is that's an attribute. That's not his what he doing on the court. Like we
That's
saying he got
yo,
effort.
bro. All
Like
we
he
said,
But those are
blocked his
just the
all I
shots.
said,
numbers,
He's
though.
doing
That's just
stuff.
the numbers part of
He's
it, though.
not
That's
rolling
all.
over.
I'm
John,
not
you're
saying
not
this define. I'm
comprehending.
not saying
All
this
I
defines
said was,
Claxton's value, but I'm just saying it's a comparison of matchups.
Why are we
John, you're not
comparing the number
comprehending.
one to a role
All I
player,
said
y'all
man?
were
was,
doing
That's what you're
that.
saying.
Y'all were
So
doing that.
$27 million role
that's
No,
player
we
against
crazy,
wasn't
bro.
even
Claxton.
doing that.
That shit
I
All right,
mean,
crazy,
so
bro.
fuck it.
Yo,
You know what?
John,
Dennis Rodman, don't
You know
compare.
what it was?
Dennis Rodman gave Shaq problems, right? Dennis Rodman's a role player. He gave Shaq problems.
Well, that was like that time. It was like they wouldn't
No,
double
no, no,
back
no,
all the
no,
time.
no, no, no. A 7'2" guy couldn't dominate a 6'7" guy.
No, they would. What they
Speak on
would
it.
do. They would do is with Shaq. They would like they wouldn't double him every single time. They would do single coverage with Dennis
All right, so that was
Rodman.
defensive
Take three
schemes, right?
possessions.
That was
Yeah, yeah.
defensive schemes, right? I agree with you. That was okay. So don't you think like if we playing team defense, we could stop some players. We could make some players not efficient.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be good at making the right reads, man. He wasn't good at making the right reads. He was just like, he would let the.
Let me
Not,
ask
he
you
would,
something. Remember that game? Remember that game we beat. Remember that game we beat Joker 2 years ago, right? When we had Mikel on the team and DFS was guarding him and Class was guarding him, right?
uh-huh.
What type of scheme we was using? We was using a lot of schemes to beat him, right? You remember that,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, you can't give him the same look
Okay,
every
so
single time. You got like double
that's
sometimes,
all I'm saying.
single coverage sometimes.
That's all. That's
And
all
like
we
you actually
saying
want
is
to help
team effort.
sometimes.
Yeah, yo, listen. It's other centers out there that's just rollover. There's pushovers. Like they not even. Well, what's that tall guy name?
Well, the
The
numbers right
7'2"
here
guy,
show
whatever.
that between Joel Embiid and Nick Claxton, that Nick Claxton's a
bro, but
pushover, man. He can't
we're
really
not
guard
even
him to any
talking
point.
about numbers though. All I said was
You
we're
talking
not
about
scared.
numbers, man? I'm not
We're
talking
not
about numbers,
scared of
man.
him.
but that's a
That's all
part
I
of the
said was
game, though.
Claxton
That's
wasn't
all.
scared of
It's
him.
part of the
And
game.
then y'all
It's not.
just go
It's
into
not. Some
numbers.
numbers. First of all, let me tell you something. With MB, you know how you beat the Sixers? Let MB take all the shots. Let MB do everything. You just stop all the other players. That's how you beat MB. That's how you beat the Sixers. Because look at the next
Right, but
series.
they
MB was
comparing this is apples
yeah,
to
y'all comparing a
oranges. This is
role
like
player.
comparing
Like y'all not
Cam. This is like
making no.
comparing Cam. This is like comparing Cam Johnson to like Tatum. Like this
Claxton's
Yeah,
a
is
like what the
center,
no
fuck
though,
is
right,
y'all
different.
doing?
LM? Claxton's a center, though, and Embiid's a center. Isn't that a
So
Right,
matchup?
but
what?
Matchup
What the
play?
fuck I got to
John
do with
Embiid is a
anything?
number one option, bro. Compare if now Claxton was the
Gosh,
number one option on this team, you will have
there
a
you
point.
compare them
Because
exactly.
but he's not. Cam Thomas will have more numbers because he would be the number one option. So his numbers will be more
That's
comparable
all
to
we
Joel
saying.
Embiid.
That's why I don't know
But
how y'all
there's
understand
no
basketball. Like the number one
Hey,
option
yo,
has more touches, more
hold on.
chances, more
Yo,
opportunities. Like,
AP.
come on now.
Yo,
I think
AP.
Nick is still
So now you
unplayable.
and LM wonder why. So now you and LM understand why I say John don't know basketball.
Oh
Now
my
do y'all get it?
god, dude.
Do niggas get
I
it
wouldn't
now?
say
Harlem,
Do
John.
wait,
niggas
Listen,
get
Harlem.
I
it?
wouldn't
What is
say
basketball
John.
Do niggas
analysis?
get it?
Harlem, I have
Listen,
a
I
question.
wouldn't
Harlem,
say
what is
John. I
basketball
wouldn't say.
analysis?
Do
You
people
watch
Hold on. I wouldn't
basketball
say
channels,
John. I
man?
wouldn't
I
say
just
John
see.
don't know
he
basketball. I
don't
feel
know
like John
he
just
don't know
look for different.
basketball.
I feel like he just look for negative stuff too much. He does know basketball. I just feel like he's too corrupted right now,
No, I'm
and he needs
not.
to get
I
out of
talk
that. You
about
are. You are
positive
a little
stuff.
bit.
AP, I talk
Listen.
about the draft. I talk
No,
about
you
how
need to go.
excited
All
I am
I'm
for the
saying,
draft.
be more even, Steven. You just too much
Hey,
on
what's good?
the,
What's good?
you too much on the BK bandwagon where it's just like, I remember when I first got on here when you was more even than ever. Now you just lean all the way negative now. I don't
No,
know
I'm
how it
not
got to that.
negative, man. I try to be
No,
as
listen.
unbiased as I
No,
can,
no,
man.
no. You're not even though. You're not
Yo,
even.
Yo,
easy
AP,
You're not
man.
my
even.
I
Look
boy.
what.
want,
Hold
I
Look
on,
how
my
want
you
you to
boy.
compare.
comparing.
Hold
Listen.
on.
You know how you was. Listen, John. You know if you would never compare someone that get way more touches to somebody that's a role player.
No,
That's in
first
Nick
of all, y'all
Claxton.
But
started
we're
doing that. That
comparing
was not
position to
nonsense.
position, though. We're
That
trying to
wasn't
No,
compare
what
nonsense.
position to
That wasn't
positions?
position, though.
Listen,
nonsense.
let me tell you something. Listen, just because it's a position doesn't mean they get more attempts and they not the number one. Like different positions are the number one and number two option. It doesn't
if
matter
you
what
put up
team.
Mitch, if you put up
Like it
Mitchell
doesn't
Robinson
matter.
against
Like
Embiid, it's
Ben
gonna be the
Simmons is
same
not a
thing,
number
bro.
one option, and is most point guards are number one option. Most point guards are passing point guards. They're not the number one option. So
Now,
it doesn't matter what position they play. It just matter if you're the number one option or you're not. I know you. I know you got NBA 2K, right? They say what's the three players you want to get more touches. That's who you pick. It doesn't matter
No,
what
hold on.
position.
Drop that
now,
for
if you're talking
Claxton, man. What's
about
the Lincoln?
now, if you're
That's
comparing
what.
Jokic and Embiid, that's a good comparison because they
Yeah,
both
that's
number
a
one
good. See,
options.
that's an excellent. See, John, you see that right there? That's an excellent comparison because those are MVP number one options. You can't
Right.
But
compare the two. That's all we
but
saying.
see
They
That's
that
can
see that's
compare
the problem
listen,
with
Claxton
John.
and
Claxton though
Jokic.
John,
because he
that's
doesn't
all we
have.
saying,
Let me,
John. That's
But
all we
let
but
me get,
saying,
it,
John.
let me
but
get
AP but AP that but doesn't also put even more pressure on Claxton defensively to be stronger because he's not in Nikola. He's not a
All
big
right, but that's
center
how much
star. So
NBA. Listen. How much players in the NBA are Embiid and Joker? How much
But
on
that's
30
not even
teams?
a question. They not talking about the stats in order. They just
We're
saying
not
on
talking
the
about the
court.
stats. We're
Claxton is
just
not
talking about
scared
the
of none
effort
of those
because
dudes.
you can't stop Embiid and Joker. You could just put the effort in and slow them down. If they have good
well,
games, so
I
be it.
said, all right. So what I said, AP, because you wasn't listening, I said efficiency, right? I want Joel Embiid taking about 26 to 27 shots to
And how
score
much shots he
30.
take versus
20.
Claxton? We just
God
Hey,
compared
that's
it.
damn.
pretty good. That's
All
actually
right,
pretty
all right.
low.
That's a
Look
no,
at
no.
That's a
look how many
lot
That's
of
the
shots.
shots,
point.
Look
BK.
how many
That's
God
the
shots.
damn.
point. He took major shots. Took major shots. That's a lot of shots. That's a
Bro,
lot of
Yo,
shots.
Carl R,
he
man, my
chucking
fault, man. We
he
all
chucking
over
the
the
rock
place.
at that point. He chucking the rock at
Yeah,
that point, BK.
look how much
27
Chuck.
shots? You
Listen,
got you
I'll
got
20
be right
shots
back,
on for
guys.
30. No. 20 for 30 is kind of not really good if you really look at it. 20 attempts for 30 points a game. Come on, and we going by twos and threes and free throws.
That's
So
good.
that's not
That,
good.
you had Kevin Durant getting like 27 to 30 points on 18 field goal attempts.
All
That's
right, that's
pretty
Yeah,
good.
but
efficiency.
that's all
That's
time
That's
great
what I
for
efficiency.
me.
said.
Do you not
But that's
understand? No,
all time great, BK. That's
that's
all
all
time great.
time great. 20
No, no,
attempts
no, no.
on.
All right. So
Listen,
when I say, all right, guys, all right, no matter, even if you have like, let's say a center that's like guarding Embiid, that was the same size as him. You gotta. I'm not saying you gotta hold the man to 0 points. All right. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about efficiency. All right. I
all right,
need
and his
Embiid
efficiency is bad.
to score
Look at 20,
30
20,
on
20
like
points, 20 point something shots for only 30 something is bad.
Right,
I mean, is it,
right.
well,
That's
I ain't gonna
bad.
say real bad.
We
it's not bad.
It's
What are you
below
talking
right we
about?
average.
Wait,
It's
hold on. Let me
below
look at the
average.
numbers.
Did you
right.
look
Let's
at the
go because
numbers?
what's the
Look at the
official percentage?
attempts.
So
Look
you
at the
say
attempts.
you want him to score 30 points to get 30 shot attempts to get 30
All right, let,
points?
let me let
That's
me let me
bad.
let me no hold on, PK. Let me tell you something. You know, it's players that have 40 points on 30 shots, right? Is
Yeah.
that good or bad? Is that good or bad? That's
It's
bad. No,
Bad.
that's
okay.
horrible.
It's
That's
okay. I think
horrible. PK,
it's
that's
That's
okay.
horrible.
bad.
You should
It's
have
okay.
30 shots to get 40. That's horrible.
Yeah,
That is
it's okay.
horrible.
It depends on your
That's
team.
not
too,
okay. That's horrible.
It
That
depends
is
on the
horrible.
team.
No.
It kind of does depend
No,
on
it's
the team
not. That's horrible.
Jalen Brunson took a lot of shots, but that team function was around him. So
Yeah,
it
it depends
kind
on
of
the
does
team.
depend on the team.
Oh, no. Listen, I'm not saying they can't win with him. I'm just saying he was the number one option. He took a lot of shots to get where he was getting and his point numbers.
But this
So
Embiid
as
and
far as
Claxton
all we
comparison is
saying is
stupid.
Nick Claxton and the team made him work a little bit. It wasn't like easy. Like he had 30, he averaging 30 points on 15 shots. Now, if he was averaging 30 points on 15 shots, then we could say, you know what? He was just dominating.
Are we looking at the total
This wasn't
games or
even
the
a
per
convo. This wasn't even a convo.
No.
They were talking about mentality on the court.
That's
Like,
what I'm
Yeah, we
telling
wasn't even
you.
talking about
Embiid.
stats.
I know.
We
but
wasn't
my
even
thing-
talking about stats.
My thing
Yo,
is, does it
Easy. All I
translate into
said,
W?
Easy, was this. Easy. All I said was Claxton not scared of Embiid. That's all
Which
I
he's
said, bro.
not.
He's
And
not
the next
scared of
thing you
Embiid. He's
know-
scared of the free throw line.
And the
mean,
next thing you know, these niggas is talking about put up the stats and compare Claxton.
Yo, BK, I know you seen this game, BK. Hold up, you
Yeah,
watch
like,
LeBron. You watch
that's
LeBron,
nasty
BK,
work.
right?
What?
You watch
What?
LeBron,
Yeah, I
BK,
watch
right? Hold up, let me ask
yeah.
BK a question. You watch LeBron, right, BK?
At times, yeah, not every single game.
All
but
right.
at
Did
times.
you see the game where they played the Kings and AD was scared of fucking Sabonis? Do you remember that?
Not
When Sabonis was
every
dunking on
big-
AD was acting like he got hit in the eye. He was laying on the floor. He was grabbing his knee. He was doing all types of shit like he was scared. Like, all we trying to say is Claxton don't move like that. That's all we trying to say. Like, no matter, listen, he could get killed. He could get killed he could get killed, but at least he's not scared and he put the effort in. That's all we said.
Patrick Beverly has heart too, and he's fearless, and it doesn't really translate
all we
into
saying.
W's or anything
That's
like
all
that.
we saying.
No,
Listen,
bro,
no, it kept him in the league this long, right?
Yeah, but
That's
you-
all
yeah,
we saying. Listen,
He's been
BK, listen.
like
Y'all comparing the wrong person. Y'all got to compare Claxton when he plays the Knicks. He's terrified of the Knicks.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Nah, he's not terrified of nah.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Nah.
Yo,
He's not terrified of the Knicks. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Who on the Knicks make Claxton terrified? Who on the Knicks make Claxton terrified?
Hartenstein.
No, he don't. No, he don't. No, he don't. No, he don't.
I
No, he
watched
don't.
every game.
No, he don't.
Flip the
No, he
numbers.
don't.
Flip the
No, he
game.
don't.
Yo,
You put up the numbers. You said make him terrified. Put up. You said make him terrified. You know what make him terrified is? You know what make him terrified? Do you know what make him terrified? Hold up. Do you know what make him terrified? Do you know what make him terrified? That means he wouldn't try. He be scared to guard him. He be doing all types of shit. So you saying he made him terrified like that?
Yo, he didn't even play the last game of the season versus them.
What that got to do with terror? What?
Wait, no.
They hit him. Yo, he
Nah. See, you can't even listen to niggas like that. When you can't even listen to niggas like that when they talk like that, I ain't gonna hold you. All right, next. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
Hold on.
Who's next? Somebody next?
You talking about? Hold on.
Somebody next?
You talking about?
Somebody next?
Let him go. Let him go.
One mic, y'all.
The
What the fuck they got it? The Knicks? Wait, we're not talking about the Knicks, man.
You always
Hold on. What game are you talking about? You talking about the game at MSG?
Yo, I'm talking about the last two games. They took him
Yeah,
out.
at MSG with Cam scored 41.
Are you the game that Cam won with the buzzer beater?
No,
That was last year.
the game this year.
That was last year.
Cam scored 41 this year. When we
See, you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know, man.
No, son. The Nets were 0-4 versus the Knicks this year. Yes or no?
What they got to do with being scared? What they got to do with being scared? What they got to do with being scared?
Wait, let PT get Let PT get
Yo, why y'all don't let me talk, man? Just let me talk.
Nah,
God
let him
damn.
talk.
Yo, if you go look at the fourth game, he had a DMP. He didn't play against them.
What the fuck they got to do with
That's
anything?
not
Yo,
true.
What they got to do with
That is
anything?
not true.
And he did play.
What
He
game
did
is
play.
he talking
So what are you
about?
talking about?
Let him
He
answer.
did
Let him
play.
answer. What did they
No,
do?
He
bro,
did
there
play.
ain't no
Let
nothing.
him
There ain't
answer
no nothing
first.
fit
No,
because
don't
he's
lie.
not
You
telling
can't.
the
No, pull
truth.
it up.
Wait,
PK
hold on.
hoops. PK. Wait. No. PK hoops. Pull it up. If he lie, he can't talk no more. If he lie, he can't talk no more. Pull it
The
up, BK.
last game.
Yo,
Wait,
come
hold
on,
on, AP.
dude.
Hold
Come
Pull
on,
it
on,
up,
AP.
man.
BK.
Hold on,
If he
AP.
lied, he
The
can't
last,
talk no more. He just said he
the
ain't play.
last, the
So pull it
last
up,
game
please.
the last game we faced the Knicks was at MSG. Our last game was at Philly. He played at MSG.
Yo,
Yo,
John,
pull it
drop
up.
off and
No,
come back
What
in.
BK.
are we
BK
talking
Hoops.
about?
BK Hoops, pull
What
it
is
up.
it?
Because if he
Drop off.
lied, we
I
not
think
listening on no more. BK Hoops, pull it up. If he didn't play,
Claxton boomed over Hartenstein for like the
yo,
the
yo,
one of the
yo,
first
yo,
plays.
yo, BK Hoops, pull it up, please. Pull it up, please. He said he
I'm
didn't play.
gonna pull over and pull it up. Y'all go ahead. Y'all keep
No, no,
talking.
no, no. We can put it up on the screen. Yo, BK, pull it up on the screen right now. Put it up on the screen right now.
Yo, Pato, keep
Pull
your
up
eyes on
eight
the road,
the
bro,
month of
please.
April. Pull up the month of April. That is the last two games we played. It was the Knicks. We
Just do
faced them at
Knicks versus
MSG.
Nets head to head. Then look at the box scores.
Okay, we gonna do that. We gonna do that.
Yo, Hartenstein didn't
We're
just
not even
punish him.
talking about that.
No, he just said
Someone,
he copped out.
Every
So
game.
someone
he
said
better not
Claxton
have
never
played.
played.
He better not
Randall
have
too.
played. He
Right. We
better
looking
not
to see
have
if he
played.
played. We
He
looking to see
better
if he
not have
played.
played. He better not have
Right.
played.
Because I
Yeah,
He
know he
better
played
not
that
have played.
game.
pull it up.
Pull up when he last
Yo,
played.
Basketball
He
Python.
definitely
reference.
played that game.
All right, yeah,
Yo, Python. But
hold on.
I said,
yo, Python.
look
But
at the
even if he
last two.
played though, right?
So it was one
Yo,
on right. This
Python.
is
But
the last.
even if
That's
he
the last
didn't
game right
play,
there.
Just Google Knicks versus Nets, BK.
There we
All
go.
right.
No, it's
yo,
right
hold
there.
on.
Click
But
it right
yo,
there. April
Python.
12th.
Hold
April
on.
12th. There
Yo,
it is right
Python. Let me
there.
ask you a question, bro. Even if Claxton
Okay, I'm
didn't
sure
play,
box scores on this.
what that got to do with him being scared, though, bro? What
Yo,
that got to
they
do with him being
punished
scared,
Right.
even if he didn't play?
The Knicks
Yo,
punished us
Carl,
on the boards. Punished us in all those
April
games.
12th. That's the
And
game
it
right
was
there. Just type it up on Google and see who played.
And that don't
They
mean
gonna
that he
they
was
gonna pull it
scared
up.
because they got punished on the boards, bro.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
that don't mean you're scared.
he don't want no work with
Yeah,
them boys.
cool.
I watched the games, yo. I watched 82 games. Like that nigga really be ducking them because he's not big enough, yo. Like y'all acting like I'm saying something that's like a secret or some shit.
John, come
Nah,
up on
that's
the
not
point. You
true
just have to keep
though.
it up.
Yeah, I don't think he's scared. I
Yeah,
just think
so he gonna duck. He's gonna duck the Knicks center, but not Joker. Okay.
They don't put it right there in the
Yeah,
chat though. Clax,
yeah.
all right. So there we go.
Because Joker is a finesse center. He's passing. He's taking little floaters. Yo, Hartenstein
Thank
just
you. He
punishes you.
played.
He just punished you. He just
Hold on, hold
Yeah,
on.
he
BK,
played,
shut him
but
down.
he only had 9 points.
BK,
He was a -3. And how much Hartenstein had? Did Hartenstein played? Hartenstein didn't
No,
play.
it was Sim started that game.
It was Jericho Sims.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And he did more than Sims only got that because they won the game. But nigga, Sims only had 2 points
Yeah, he was a
But he,
plus 13 though,
but he a
and
plus
then
13
he
though.
had more.
because they won the
He
game.
hold on.
BK.
I mean that is no.
No.
and look at
If
this
you
camp
win
time.
the game, obviously you're gonna have a better
No.
plus minus.
I mean that is true, but like if it's a close game, the plus minuses are way more closer.
Deal now. He played.
That's true. But if we played Claxton, if we won that game, which we were
Okay.
winning at one point,
Quiet.
we lost the lead.
Quiet.
Claxton would have had a
That's how you catch people in
a positive plus minus
Yeah, so
if we won
Hartenstein
that
didn't
shit.
play that game.
Yeah,
Let me
Hart's not even playing with Sims. Like
You must have got them niggas mixed up then, Python.
Mitchell Robinson played. You see,
It
he
was
had
hard to
15.
them
Mitchell,
niggas
I ain't
mixed
gonna
up.
lie, Mitchell was wilding, but
To say
I
that man
mean,
is scared of like either Hartenstein or Robinson is kind of
yeah,
crazy though,
like
bro.
that nigga not
I
scared. That
promise you,
nigga not
scared
scared
of
of
them niggas.
nobody in the Knicks,
How
bro.
you stand up to Joel Embiid, but you afraid of Hartenstein though?
Yeah, that
And
don't
that's what
make
I'm
no
saying. Like
sense,
that don't make
bro.
no sense, bro.
Like y'all don't watch Hartenstein play.
We
That
do,
nigga's
but that
all
don't mean he's
elbows.
scared.
That nigga's all elbows, all shoulders. That's why
And
you think he
Claxton
got
still gonna
42
try.
mil? Like what did he
Claxton
get?
still gonna try to get the
What did
block.
they pay him? They paid him like 40 mil a year, right?
Something like that.
Yo, he's important. And I'm telling you, that nigga fucking struck fear in the heart of the Nets. I watched it, man. Maybe I don't remember the games exactly, but I'm telling you, them niggas used to
That's
duck.
not true, bro. I think Hartenstein just had the better
Hey
skill
yo,
set at the end of the day. But Claxton wasn't
hey yo,
scared of nigga like, yo,
Python.
just do
Yo,
your hook shot.
they both were free agents this year. Who got more money by far? Damn near double
Claxton
the
still
other
got his
nigga.
Look at
bag.
yo.
Go ahead. Go
Was it
ahead.
like Hartenstein back?
Hey yo,
It don't need
Python,
to
you on here
be.
capping right
Okay,
now, bro.
okay,
You capping
okay.
nasty right now,
All right,
Python. Come
all
on,
right.
bro.
Nick Claxton, the
Yeah,
You
saying
future.
he's scared
capping
of
My
nasty
bad.
Harden.
right now, bro.
Yeah, saying he's scared of Hartenstein is nasty
This is
work.
nasty work right
He's
now,
scared of
yo.
That's
Hartenstein.
nasty
Hey yo,
work.
All right, hold
Python,
on, hold on,
yo.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Everybody be
Hey
quiet
yo,
because I was
Python.
covering. Hold on, quiet, guys. Hold on.
This shit
I
crazy,
covered
man.
mostly all the games last season, and this was an issue that I actually was bringing up about the size disparity between Claxton and the other big guys, man. So Pot Thorne is actually really right, though, man.
No,
It
he's
was a
not.
problem.
What are you
No,
talking
he's
about?
not.
No,
BK,
but BK,
I,
he
yo,
said he's
I,
not
BK,
shying
bro,
away
you
I
from
mean,
it.
nasty
I
work
was,
too, my nigga.
No, I
I
mean
was
maybe he's not.
watching
All right, so he's not scared. I
Yo,
agree.
y'all
Guess
forgetting
what?
the fact we're
He's,
not the only
He's just
ones
not
that
effective.
covered games. Nigga Breezy covered the
Y'all
whole
niggas is
82 game
crazy.
season too. And we came in there and we was talking about, yo,
Breezy's
I ain't gonna
looking at it
lie,
from a
Claxton.
fan perspective, though. He loves Claxton. I like Claxton too, but I'm looking at it from a basketball. I was saying this, man. Like he was getting mauled every night, man. I was looking at all the
Bro,
Can
but
I
numbers.
it's
ask you
not
a
about
question,
the
BK?
it's,
Hold on.
Lee said the same thing. Lee
And let
said
me
the
ask
same thing. So I
BK one
gotta agree.
question, y'all. Hold on. Yo, let me ask BK a
no,
question. Yo, BK, everything that Hartenstein could do, Claxton could do. If you look
Really?
at Claxton and you look at Hartenstein, yeah. If you look at Hartenstein and Claxton, BK, they legit the same player.
Yeah,
They
what?
both
one is
don't do it.
250. One is
Yo,
250.
bro, they the same player, bro. They the same player, bro. If you look
What
at
is,
Claxton and Hartenstein, you never see Claxton create his own shot. Here and there he do, but the same with Hartenstein. They both got that little push shot in the middle of the paint. They both
listen,
fairly good rebounders, and they both can play defense. They literally the same player. One is just bigger, one is just skinnier. They the same fucking player, bro. What are you talking about? Literally, they the
the
same
bigger,
player, bro.
bigger and skinnier
They
thing,
the
like,
same
like
player.
Hartenstein is not a lobs and dunk center.
Yeah.
Nick
All right.
Claxton is
So
a lobs and dunk center.
agree with
Hartenstein,
SL
They the
over there
same.
on him.
They the
I would say
same
Claxton is
player.
more athletic.
Hey, can I ask you a
He's more
question, Python? I'm gonna
athletic.
ask you a
I mean,
question,
he
right?
no. See,
I'm gonna ask you a
Claxton.
question, Python.
Claxton is good at actually just staying attached to
I'm
guards.
gonna ask
Like,
Python a question. Hold on. Yeah, hey, yo, Python, let me ask you something, right? So, like, you swear by Hartenstein, right? So let me ask you a personal question, Python. If you
I
was to
don't,
put
I don't swear
Nick,
by him. I hate him. He just used to punish the Nets.
cool,
That's the reality. I don't
no,
swear by him. I'm
cool,
just telling you what it is.
cool. But let me ask you a question. If you put Claxton on OKC, right, and you switch out Hartenstein, you don't think OKC is a more efficient team?
nope,
You out your fucking mind, bro.
nope.
Claxton's gonna
Hard,
run up and
man.
down with them guys. He's
Yo,
gonna
you
run up
be
and
getting
down with
under
them
your
guys.
feelings too much, man. Like you got a lot
It
of
ain't
extra
about the
behind
feelings. I'm just
front, man.
speaking facts. I'm
Hold on,
speaking
Sam
facts,
Presti is
bro.
one of the
The way that y'all talk,
Sam Presti's one of the best GMs in the league. He don't waste no
absolutely.
money. He can't even sign niggas like that because they're a small
Stop,
market
bro.
team. But he gave Hartenstein all that money because of what Hartenstein allows your team to do and where the league is moving towards. Claxton can't hang with Hartenstein. He can't hang with Nurkic. He can't hang with Sabonis. Anybody big and physical.
Yeah, Sabonis was killing him, man. I was covering all the games, man. It was a point of emphasis, man. I was saying we got to get bigger, physical. If not,
Yo,
that's why I was saying put Clowney in the
yo,
game from like December because at least he can
yo.
stretch the floor and hit threes.
But
So
all
let me
that is
ask
not
you a
what they was
question,
talking
Python.
about though.
Can I ask you a question, Python? All right, cool. You said all that, right? So this is the segment of the show where I gotta say to you guys, niggas love to discredit Nick Claxton, right? So here's the thing, right? So AP said, even kill, bro, right? Just keep it fair. You guys never do that. So you just said Python, he got killed by this one, that one, and that one. How about when Nick Claxton shut down Jaren Jackson? We just gonna ignore that? Or how about
Yeah,
when
but
he
now he was
shut
the only
down
high
Bam
percentage
Adebayo
work.
and AD?
He was the
We
only
just gonna
player though, man.
hold on.
But Jaren's a role player though.
Hold on. but he did it. So
He's a role
about
player.
y'all all sit here and say how he got killed, but we gonna.
He's a role
No, I don't want to hear
player.
that, BK.
You know what?
But I
You
don't
know
want
what?
to.
Hold on.
He shut
Let
down
me use
Bam.
let me use the
He
stat thing
shut
over
down
here.
Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, let me
Bro,
use
get
the
outta
stat
here,
thing
man.
over here, man. Let me see. Yeah,
Get out of here,
good,
bro. You
good.
capping.
Gary, what's up,
You
bro?
capping, bro.
What up, y'all? What up?
Oh,
You
let's see.
capping, bro. You capping. Because
You
Nick
going off
Claxton
on
had a
one
game last
game,
year where
man.
he shut down Darren Jackson Jr. Bro, it's not one game, bro. He did it to AD. He did it to Bam Adebayo. He did it to Jaren Jackson. But yet and still, you guys love to discredit the nigga. Fuck out of here. We're not going to just sit here and let you niggas trash Nick Claxton. Not on my watch, my nigga. Because Nick Claxton done had hella good defense on many of players. Y'all never want to fucking highlight that. Y'all just want to come up here and meat eat and hate. Nah, bro. It's meat eating and it's hating, bro. Tired of niggas coming up here hating, bro. Y'all love to hate on niggas. Y'all never show credit. Y'all never give credit, bro. Fuck out of here, nigga.
You clever enough to come up with some other
Stop.
thing to say besides meat eating. Like I don't understand this offering man's body parts to people, yo. That shit.
No,
That
no,
shit
no,
not
no, no,
part
no.
of this conversation, yo. But I'm just saying.
No offense, no offense. But I'm just
The
saying,
man got
Python.
42
It's like, come on,
million
bro.
for a reason, yo. 42 million per year for
No,
a reason.
I get it, but it's like, bro. Again, stop always just discrediting what this nigga could do. It's like the argument is always he can't do this, he can't.
I thought he could shut him down, Harlem. 17 points a game, 17 in the head-to-heads over here. Outplays him right here.
He shot 44%. He shot 44% against him.
So does it matter?
Yo, bro, 17.
What you mean doesn't matter?
17
That's
points is not
horrible
even nothing,
efficiency.
bro. You crazy, bro. That's what I'm
That's
saying, BK,
horrible
man. You just
efficiency.
find any little thing to
44% to get to
discredit the nigga, bro.
17 points?
The key thing, W's, man. This is what I really care about.
This was last season?
Oh my
Nigga,
yeah,
BK talking like they don't have, for the last few years, they have John Morant, Desmond Bain, and a whole better team than us for the past few years. But this nigga talking about wins. Like
Yo,
our
LM,
team
can
has
I say this to you, LM?
consistently been. Yeah.
Yo, LM, let me just say this to you, right, bro?
These niggas act like it's one person on the team doing all this shit.
Yo, LM, I've come in to like agree one thing about BK show, bro, right? You got two different sides of niggas on BK show. You got the guys that's always gonna discredit and find a reason to discredit, and then you got the other niggas that's just gonna always just be fair. BK, he love niggas that come on the show and just agree with him. So the DJs, the John, the OJs, he love them niggas because they just come up here, yo, BK is right, BK, and the nigga be dead ass wrong, bro. And then me and
I just
AP,
want to see him
we
get
labeled
better,
as the bad
Harlem.
guys.
That's it. I want to see him become
because
better
we don't
basketball
come up
player.
here, we don't disagree. Bro,
I'm just,
But the Harlem point, y'all. But the Harlem point, BK. Sometimes you.
I want
But
everybody
hold
to be
on.
quiet.
But the Harlem's
I'm gonna sum
point.
this up. Go ahead, Ellen. Go ahead.
So the Harlem's point, sometimes, and I'm not saying it is all the time, but sometimes you are quick to point out a player's deficiencies or what they don't do.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you
a
don't. But
basketball
hold on,
analyst, man. What the fuck?
but look, but basketball analysts, BK, whether they bring up the good, they also bring up the bad. They also bring up the good in a
I made
player
positive
too.
videos on him already, man.
So look, wait. So look, so here's a good way to say this. So say something to this effect. I don't like what Claxton does. Something to this effect, right? I don't like what Claxton does. But here are some things that I do like about Claxton that I think he can improve on next season.
BK ain't trying to do that shit, Della. He ain't trying to do that shit.
That's how you criticize players. You
He ain't trying to
acknowledge
do
their
that shit, Ellen.
deficiencies, but you
Listen, man.
also acknowledge the fact that they can do
want
other
to see.
things.
All right. What's so bad
I got a
about
mind
me?
of my own, man. Okay, BK doesn't intimidate. No. Wait, 1 second, BK. 1 second. No. 1 second, BK. No. Harlem wants to think that people who agree have one opinion. That's not true. I can discern basketball from my own takes. I don't rely on BK. I don't rely on DJ. I don't rely on nobody. I rely on the stats in front of me and what I can come up with too, man, in a fair, unbiased manner.
I'm just saying,
Chill your jets, Brucey. Chill your jets.
It's good to criticize players, but it's also good to.
Hold on, man. I don't want to mute nobody. Hold on. So I want to ask Harlem something. What's so bad about me wanting to see Claxton be the best version of himself, though? What's so bad about that? I want him to be a better shooter. I want him to get stronger so he can. What's so bad about me saying that? How's that
I
hate?
never
I
said
didn't
it's
say he
nothing
looks
bad.
ugly or I think he's.
Hold on.
I never said any of that. That's not hate.
I never said I never said nothing is bad about you saying that. What I said
just
was
said it.
you can say all of that, but also you can say, well, Claxton does this good. So it is hate
I
when you
made
constantly
positive
say what a
videos on him already. I did about 4 or 5
let me
positive videos on him.
You
How can you
asked me,
forget that?
hold on, you asked me to explain, right? So if I come up here, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. If I come up here, I say, yo, Dorian Finney-Smith can't shoot. Dorian Finney-Smith can't rebound. And every single fucking stream, Dorian Finney-Smith can't shoot. Dorian Finney-Smith can't rebound. Dorian Finney-Smith. And then you never say, well, Dorian Finney-Smith can play defense because that's something you know he can do. So it's the same shit with Claxton. Every day, you and John, same shit. Yo, Claxton can't shoot. Claxton needs to get bigger. Claxton,
Did you hear what Gary said? Wait, hold on. Did you hear what Gary said? LM, did you hear what Gary said before? Claxton hasn't worked on his game in 5 years offensively. So how are me the only
hold on. Let me use a better example. Let me use a better example.
Crazy,
so that's like us coming on here, right? So that's like us coming on here and saying, yo, BK, in terms of giving BK criticism on his pod, that's like us coming up here and harping on every bad thing BK does every pod, instead of us coming up here and
every
saying,
bad thing.
hey BK, here's some things you can improve on. Like nobody wants to. Who wants to play for an organization when your fans are saying the same shit about you and they don't bring up good shit? Like who would have played here?
Game. I mean, listen. If he was better at shooting and if he was actually had more muscle, you think we would lose all those games, though, man?
It's not just because of that. BK is not.
You know, Ellen, you said you hooped before. You played basketball before, man. Right,
bro? BK, do you know that we lose a coach?
Answer the question.
We had a horrible coach this year. A horrible coach this year. We had a horrible coaching staff.
If Claxton's not putting the work in to get better, how's that on the coach?
Who are you to say that?
He hasn't.
Who are you to say that?
Gary, you're wrong.
How do you know that?
You know what, Gary? You're wrong, man. Claxton actually has put in the work, man. Gary.
No, Gary, reiterate what you said before, Gary. Wait. So not everybody was here. Gary, reiterate what you said before, Gary, please, in front of the public audience.
Claxton hasn't improved anything.
Well, wait. Hold on. Let him speak. Come on.
Claxton hasn't improved anything in his offensive game in 5 years. He's got no post game. He's got no mid-range game. He's a dunker. That's all he is, right? Like he's improved nothing.
And let me ask you this, Gary. I got a question.
Wait, hold on. I got you. Right? I'm gonna get George with this, right? So George, so the Harlem point, right?
That's scary.
I mean Gary. So Gary, my bad. So Gary, right? So Gary, right? So let me bring up Harlem's point, right? Claxton came here doing the KD and the Kyrie era, right? So he didn't need to do anything else. They just wanted him to play defense. Because you remember, if everyone remember at that time, the media was saying, yo, they got all offensive players, they have no defense. So we just gonna be running up the score, but we're not gonna be able to stop anybody during that time. We drafted Claxton. He was our defender. Okay, we don't need you to get stopped. They traded Jared Allen, whatever the case may be. I think, based on what we saw in Georgia, if Claxton was drafted to a different team, I think Claxton would have showcased more of his capabilities on offense as compared to playing here, because he didn't need to show up a post game or none of that, because we had 3 offensive juggernauts. We didn't really need that from Claxton. So I can see what you're saying in terms of he has not improved. I agree with you 100%. Because I have wanted him to improve on free throws specifically. Even if he wasn't shooting, at least if he's getting hacked, he can be a threat where, we can't hack him because he's shooting at least 70%. Cool. But I think to Harlem's point,
that's fair. LM, that's fair. That's very fair. And I'm not one of those people that says, oh, Claxton gotta shoot or Claxton gotta do that. Claxton gotta guard his position. That's my problem. There's big I
agree with that too.
I agree with that. Fair point, Potthorn.
There's a reason why he hasn't gotten all NBA defense yet, and it's not because he's not a great defender. It's because he guards the other 4 positions better than he guards his position. My only thing I ever wanted for Claxton to do is to have that body size jump.
That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
I
There's
agree with
nothing
that.
wrong with
No,
that.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's not wrong with that.
You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
Hey, yo,
DeAndre
Python,
Jordan,
hold on,
DeAndre Jordan to
Python.
take the next step. He
Oh,
had
here
to
we
take.
go
Python
with
take his
Harlem
point.
again, man.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
let
saying?
Python
He
take
guards
his
You
point.
actually said,
center.
yo, Python, you actually said something, right? And you made a good point that I want to highlight. Claxton is really a 4. He's not a 5, bro. So he's not even playing his natural position. So I'm glad you pointed that out. He's not a 5. He's a 4,
With a 0
bro. He
offensive
has the
game,
body.
Harlem.
Hold
Really?
on,
It's
John.
hard.
Hold on, John. I'm talking to Python. I'm talking to
No,
Python.
because you
He
just
has the
ruined the
body
argument.
size. He has the hold on, John. I'm talking to Python. He has the body weight of a 4, Python. So I'm
No, he
glad you
doesn't.
pointed that out. So the reason, let me finish.
With a
So the reason
0
he's
offensive
getting
game right
bullied
now.
is because he's not. John, I'm talking to Python again, bro. Thank you. So he has the body of a power forward, Python. This is why he's getting bullied by centers because he's not even a fucking center, bro. So thank you again for pointing that out.
Nah.
But according to
Stop
BK,
that bullshit,
he's
please.
not good
Stop.
enough to be a 4.
Harlem, did you see
He's a
what
4,
Zion
bro.
did against
Nick
Claxton? Did you
Claxton's
see
a
what
4,
Zion did
bro.
against Claxton? A
Nick
4 on 4.
Claxton is a
You're talking
4,
about him at the
bro.
4?
Nick
Come on,
Claxton's a
man.
4, bro. He's a 4, bro.
He's not
With
a
a bad
Natural
four,
offensive
position.
man.
game,
Look at him
Harlem, with a
down.
bad offensive game, he's a 4. Come on, man. With no
It's not even
development.
Oh my God.
Jonathan. It's not even
Hey, yo,
the.
John,
It's
let me
not
ask you
even
a
the
question,
offensive
John.
game. It's the
No,
way
no,
the
wait,
Yo,
BK,
John, let me ask you
Let
a
me say
question,
so. Let me say
John.
this to Harlem. Wait. Harlem, let me say stupid so you can understand me. Yes, Claxton can dunk. He can make a layup on occasion. He can pass an assist out once in a while. But what can he do outside of that? That's what we're trying to get to here because there's more he could add to his game. But if you're saying he's at the 4, then he has to
So, yo,
show it,
John.
Harlem.
So, yo,
Okay?
John. So let me ask you a question, John. John, so
Jeez.
let me ask you a question, John, right? So like you sit here and you focus on offense, right? So like we not
Well, you
gonna
just say you can play
highlight
the
Claxton's a
4,
good
so.
defensive player. So
But
we
wait,
not
you're talking
gonna
about the
highlight
4,
that.
though. But you're talking about the 4, though, and that's required
First of all,
offense.
John, right? Yo, John, first of all, here's where you and BK lose the argument. Nick
Oh, Lord.
Claxton has never been an offensive player. He's always been a defensive player.
You just said
So
he
when you
was.
came up here, hold on,
yourself.
hold
You
on.
just contradicted
Let him
Let me
finish.
finish.
Let
Let
him
me finish.
finish,
Nah, you
bro.
Let
gotta
me
stop him
finish.
right there, man. You gotta
Let
stop
me
him right there
finish.
because
Let me
you'll be.
finish. Let me finish. Let me
All
finish,
right,
right?
fine. Go ahead.
I've been
Go
on
ahead, man.
record.
Let him finish
I've
and
been
cook
on
his
record
point.
saying this. I've been on record saying this, BK. Claxton's a defensive player. When you
Nah,
guys
that's not
said he
true.
shouldn't have got paid, that is true. When you guys said he
Yo,
shouldn't have
nigga,
got
you
paid,
just
I
said
always
that he
came
could
up here,
actually play offense. What are you talking about? You said he was a
bro.
good offensive
Jesus.
player.
Yo, Easy, can I finish, bro? I need to talk to you, Easy, my nigga. Niggas don't want to let you get your shit off, bro. They want you to be wrong so bad. Yo, Easy, I'm talking to you, my nigga. So
I'm
listen.
Harlem,
just
make
trying
your
to.
point. Harlem, make
I
your
don't want
point,
another.
man. Come
I don't
on.
want another hashtag created
Come on,
for
man.
you, man.
Hold
That's
on,
all.
hold on.
Claxton,
Let the hashtag get made, bro. Let him make his point. Then you can cook that point fully. What's up, though? What's up, though?
So Claxton is a defensive player. He's never been an offensive guy. His game is predicated on defense. So
Jonathan,
when
you hearing
people
this,
is
man?
constantly hammering him about playing offense, he's never been an offensive guy.
Oh my
Do I
God.
think Nick Claxton can shoot? Absolutely. Do I think Nick Claxton can give you 15 a game? Absolutely. But that's not his game. His game is defense. The man got paid off of fucking defense. Ben Simmons is 6'10", 240. Can he come down the lane and fucking make a layup? Yes. But his game is predicated on pushing the ball and passing. So certain people are really, really good at things. Nick Claxton was never an offensive player. And for the last time, when you play organized basketball, you have a fucking role, bro. If you guys don't understand that, y'all don't know basketball.
Then why
You
play him
have
at
a
the 4?
role.
Wait. Then why play with the 4? Gary, can you respond to this, Gary? Do you see Claxton at the 4? No, wait. Let Gary respond. Gary's been cooking tonight. Let Gary cook.
The only way he can play the 4 is if you have a 5 like Joker. He can't really, like he came up. Harlem's right. He came up as a 4. He was supposed to play the 4. The game's evolved.
He's a 4, bro. Thank you. He's a 4, bro. You can look at the nigga and tell me
There's no offense.
Let
Let him finish.
Let Gary finish.
The game is evolved. Go ahead, Gary. The game is evolved.
The game is evolved, and you can't really have 2 non-shooters on the court, right? So now your center is really just the guy in the dunker spot. He has to be in the dunker spot, right? So
Imagine if Zach Edey was here.
He's a 5. When they drafted him, they were hoping he could be a 4.
Don't start that shit.
He was drafted. He was drafted as a 4. If you look at his scouting reports and stuff, he was a 4. But the game's evolved now, and he has to play the 5 now, because he can't shoot.
Yeah, he has limited skill. Yeah, definitely. So, Harlem,
I can agree with that.
Harlem admitted finally after months and months and months and months, he just admitted that Harlem just admitted that he doesn't have an offensive game. Thank you, dude. Damn.
I didn't say he don't have an offensive
Then why
game.
play him
I
at
think
the
he has an
4? Wait, then
offensive
why
game.
play him at the 4
just-
then? Then why play him at the 4 if there's no
Because
offense?
that's
I'm so confused. I feel like Harlem goes in
It
circles.
wouldn't make
That's
sense
his-
for him to be at the 4.
Gary just said that's his natural position, bro. He's really a 4 playing out of position. It's like AD. He's not a center. He's a natural 4, John.
But what happens to that being
get-
Claxton's
but if
role?
you
But what
put him
happens
at
to that
the-
being Claxton's role, though, Harlem? You made a big thing to me in the beginning of the stream about
John,
Claxton as a
and for the
role
last-
at the
And for
5.
the last
Now
time,
he's at
bro,
the 4?
right? There's no way BK studied the game for 25 years. Because as a person that has played organized basketball, when you play organized, yo, bro, real shit, bro. Everybody up here in New York City, right? Niggas is from Harlem, Bronx, and Brooklyn. Anybody that played organized fucking basketball, if you telling me, bro, that you could just go out there and do what the fuck you want, you lying, bro. You have a fucking role, nigga. Not everybody's Kevin Durant. What are you talking about, BK? You not a
That's
fucking
true.
Savannah basketball.
That is
I
You
advise
did
you,
not
Harlem,
play
to go
for 25
listen to
years.
my previous videos, man. That I didn't like.
Hey,
I ain't gonna
BK,
lie.
why
I
don't you,
was-
BK, why don't you
straight,
compare
man.
somebody at the 4 and Claxton at the 4? Why
But
don't
to
you compare somebody at the 4 and Claxton?
To
Let's see
Harlem's
how the
point,
story goes.
I remember I was playing for a team and I tried some shit. When you saying, I tried to do something on my own and I got my ass hit.
Well, it just depends
next time
on
out.
how efficient you are at actually what you do.
No,
if you're
it
not
don't. No,
efficient
it
at
Right,
what
but you still got a role to play though, BK.
No,
It's
it
still a
don't.
I
role you
don't
gotta
know
play.
that,
role to play,
LM.
bro.
I say it all the time on the show. I
It's
say
a
it all
role
the time.
to
I don't know
play,
what the
bro.
hell Harlem's even
That's what
talking
I'm
about.
saying.
So if Claxton
Bro,
start
what
coming
I'm
on the
talking
court and
about
start
is
killing
it's a
up
role.
threes like he's Steph, you think you okay with that?
Well, next year I am because it's going to help us lose games. So yeah, I'm definitely good with it like next year. But if not,
That is true. That
It's
is
a
true.
role.
Yeah.
It's a role to play, BK. I don't know how you don't understand, bro. It's
But
no
man,
Harlem,
dude, go
but
listen to
Harlem,
my
but
go listen to
Harlem,
my
the thing
previous.
is, it's a mismatch. What you're trying to say? 1 minute he's at the 5, he's at the 4. He has certain ways he has to go with offensive
All right,
development.
so
It's just like you're asking a lot,
But
but wait, but
it's
Harlem,
not all right. So
Harlem,
with Claxton,
wait,
all right,
wait,
with Claxton at
wait,
the 4, it's not even the offensive game. It's still him defensively. Like Zion and Claxton, you got to send help, man, or Zion is just going to get whatever he wants. And then Zion,
I think that'll still
no,
be nasty. If we had Zion at the 4 in this team, I mean Claxton at
I'm
the
talking
5.
about Claxton guarding Zion. If you put Claxton at the 4,
Oh.
he's
yo,
going to have to
BK,
go
why
up
don't you put the
against Zion.
comparison of Claxton versus Zion up? Why don't you put that
It's
up? Let's
crazy
see
because
it.
Claxton would. It's crazy
Zion
because
played a lot of games.
Zion is 6'6" as compared to 6'11", so you would think that Claxton would have the mismatch there. But I mean,
No, man, he's big and
that's
strong. Listen, go play against an 11-year-old kid, LM, and then see what he's going to be able to do against you, man. You bigger, stronger than him. You know, there's even 5'6" adults that actually play it, but basketball players come in all different shapes and sizes, man. There's grown men that are 5'6", 5'7", 140 pounds, and you're 240 pounds as a basketball player. You just post them up all day. There's nothing he's going to be able to do. You know, so I mean, yeah, weight, muscle. I mean, it's a big advantage, you know, in basketball, and Harlem doesn't really seem to understand that.
I agree with that. I think weight definitely
No,
plays
what
a part in
Harlem
certain
understands is
matchups.
it's a role you have to play, bro. And what you want Nick Claxton to do,
When I opened up
he
the show,
can't
Harlem,
do
I said that. I know
because
this
he's playing
already,
a
man.
role.
So what are you trying to tell me? Something you
So-
tell me something I don't know.
So
Tell me something
Harlem,
I
so
don't know.
wait, so Harlem, so
So
let's
if
play
you
your
know-
argument. Wait, so let's play your argument.
So
Let's
if
say
you
for
know-
some reason, wait, Harlem, I have
So if
something
you
for
know
you.
it, then
Wait,
act like you
Harlem,
know it.
wait, Hold on, I have something for you. So let's say that they switch Claxton's positions this summer and experiment. Let's say they actually play Clowney at the 5 and Claxton at the 4. Do you think Claxton will have enough time this season to help offensively develop enough to get this team to a play-in if he was at the 4? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say it again.
Okay.
Everything that you Negroes think Claxton can't do, he can do. Do
Oh, I mean, answer the question, though.
You just
I
said
didn't
that
answer
he
the
has
question.
no
I asked
offensive
you a really
game.
good question.
Hold on. You just said that he
You didn't
wasn't an
answer it.
offensive player.
Yeah. You think that's enough time
I
for him
didn't
to
say that.
offensively develop?
He's not an
Yo, let me
offensive.
get-
He's not an offensive player, but he can play offense. Pat Beverly, yo, bro,
Then
let
why
me say
play him
something
at
to
the
y'all, bro.
4? Then
Because
why play him at the 4 if he has no
Hey, yo, bro, let
offense?
me
Like,
say
you're
something to y'all, bro.
confusing people,
Yo, bro, let
Harlem.
me say something to y'all, bro. Hold on.
Oh, my gosh.
Yo,
Okay.
LM, and did you see the game? Did you see the game, LM, when Miami
I got
played Boston? It was
Yeah,
like game 6 and Rondo scored 42 points. You remember that game?
yeah, I remember.
Do anybody remember that game? Rondo scored 42 points. Rondo's not an offensive player, John, but he can score offense. So that's
How
the
does that
same
apply
shit
to
I'm saying about
Claxton?
Claxton.
How does that apply,
He's
though?
not an
It's two different
offensive
players.
guy, but
So
he
you
can
Then
said
why
that he
play
can
him at
score
the
score.
4?
42 a
He
Then
can
what
night,
are you
man?
score.
telling? Then why play him at the 4
Rondo's
then?
a
Maybe
To go get
maybe
shooter.
not
offense.
42
Rondo's
because
not
maybe
a
like
shooter.
What?
But he's an offensive guy. Rondo is a guy that get everybody the ball, average double digits in assists. That makes him an offensive player.
Absolutely.
But he's not a shooter,
No.
is what you mean.
I'm saying when you look at the team Python, right? Allen and all them guys was the scorers. He was the facilitator. What I'm saying is
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
not Claxton's job. His
Facilitating
job
is
is not
about
get
the
the ball and
offense.
score. Yeah, right. But I'm saying like they act like Claxton can't do anything offensively. What I'm saying is I feel like he can. They just didn't give him the opportunity.
But you just said he's
That's
not.
what I'm
You
saying,
just said
bro.
he's not, though. But you just said he's not 2 seconds ago, Harlem. And now you're
John,
going to
because
this. I don't know what you're trying to prove here.
no, you're not getting
John,
this point
I
real
said it
quick, John. You're
100
not getting this point.
times. His
No,
role
he's
is
going back
not
and
to
forth
be an
easy.
offensive guy, John. His
No,
role is to play defense. The coach came out and said he wants Claxton to be defensive player of the year, John. What the fuck are you missing, bro?
No, because you're saying he can
That's
play at
his
the 4 and he
role.
doesn't have
His
the offense to
role.
play at the 4.
I
Like,
think you miss. I think John,
Oh
real
my
quick. I
god.
think you paying attention to the position more than what the player could do for your team.
listen, we understand he
Listen,
could do defense, though, but he's saying offensively Claxton can develop. Then he's saying he's not offensively
But
a
hold
player.
on, John.
It feels like you're trying to have your cake
his
and eat it
So let
too,
me
role
offer
Harlem.
so let
defense.
me offer
That's
a hypothetical,
oh my.
right? So let me offer a
I
hypothetical.
know you
What
never
if
played on ball, John. There's no
to
way, bro. You
Harlem
don't
to
play.
I
Harlem's
mean,
point,
BK,
right?
you feel what I'm feeling, BK? Because I feel like he's going in all sorts of like a
But
circle right
so
now.
John, hold on. To Harlem's point, right? What is
Yo,
so to be fair, we
crazy,
haven't
bro.
seen anything.
Dude, I know you
I
played at
agree
the
with you.
YMCA, but man,
I
Wait,
agree
hold
with
on.
you to
Let him go.
I agree with you to an extent, right? We haven't seen anything offensively from Claxton that will validate him at the 4, right? But to Harlem's point, right? Since this year we got nothing to lose, why not like see what the nigga can do at the 4 and put him there and see? Okay, well, if you got offensive capabilities, show it this season. See what you can do at the 4 and experiment with that. If to Allen's point, if Claxton got more of an offensive game than he's letting the team on, why we ready taking anyway? Why not just put
Yo,
him there
bro.
and see what he
If
can
they give
we'll see what he can
Claxton,
do.
if they give Claxton the opportunity, he gonna score 15 on niggas. I promise you, bro. I promise you. The shit you seen in college. So if you could ride a bike, right? If you don't ride a bike in years, that don't mean you don't know how to ride a bike, my nigga. If you a boxer, right, and you don't professional box for years, that don't mean you still don't know how to throw your hands and knock a nigga out if need be, bro. We seen Claxton hitting fucking jump shots in college. All of a sudden, the nigga can't shoot no more. Stop it. What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? It
I
makes
mean, it
no
was 5
sense.
years
You
ago,
niggas just come
Harlem.
up here and talk. Jesus Christ, yo, bro, whatever, bro. I'm not even
And
talking to you
the,
anymore, John. You
the,
don't
the
get
thing
it,
that
bro.
tells me his
Harlem, you
shooting
just don't like
potential.
to hear the facts, Harlem. You're going in a circle saying
That's
he
true,
can
Orange.
do
I'm not
something, then
talking
he can't do
shit. I don't want to
something.
take away Clowney minutes.
That's
I'm
Yeah,
not
just
no
saying,
like,
like,
facts, bro.
no, but
experiment
Harlem, you're
minutes.
Don't
using the
forget how
same
to
argument,
you don't
but Harlem,
forget
you're
how
using the
to
same
do
argument
something,
being a New
bro.
York fan. Like you're trying to have everything all at once, and that's not how basketball works.
You do not forget how to do something, John. Once you know how to do it, meatball, you always know how to
Oh, here we
do it,
go.
bro. You might be rusty at it, but you never forget how to do it.
Guy who
Did
says
we
good
not
guard
see Nick
Jalen Brunson's
Claxton?
giving me tips on life, man.
Did we not?
I'm like
Did we not
astounded
see?
right now.
Hold on. Did we not? Hold on. Did we not see Nick
Gary's
Claxton
laughing.
shooting jump shots last? Hold on. Did we not see Nick Claxton shooting 3-point shots last off season in practice? Was he not
Wow,
making like 12 in a
practice.
row? What are you talking about?
Harlem, you're using the
It
Ben
doesn't
Simmons
matter.
argument now, man. It's not a good look,
It
man.
doesn't
Day one, put
matter
in
if
fucking
he
Clowney.
if Nick Claxton can't shoot, right, John? If you can't shoot, right, I just want you to put on your thinking cap. If you can't shoot, you don't think in practice you would be shooting bricks too?
Harlem, I think you're
Okay, shut
asking
up,
a lot
bro.
out
Shut
of
up, bro.
Claxton right
Keep
now,
talking
man.
about,
You're
bro.
asking like
Keep
so
talking,
much out of him, and we
bro.
only have like a few months to
If
try
you
to get
can't
prepared.
shoot,
So just saying, man.
if you can't shoot, you're gonna shoot bricks in practice, John. It doesn't matter, bro. If you can't shoot, you can't shoot. You're not gonna go to practice and magically hit 12 threes, John, if you can't shoot. You're gonna be shooting 12 fucking bricks. That's just
Okay, so
common
how does
sense,
that
bro.
help Claxton? So how does
That's
that help
common sense.
Claxton?
Adjust
So
the
so
climate in here, or if you guys need to make a quick stop, I'm game from almost everything.
Thank you, sir.
Why everybody paying attention to Pato Combo? Keep on going, bro. Y'all's cooking, bro.
Bro,
Ain't
but
no
what I
way.
think what
Ain't no
but I think
fucking
what
way.
Harlem is saying is that I think Claxton in terms of his offensive potential, we kind of seen it, but I think to Harlem's point, it kind of got held back. I mean, look what the team he was drafted to. Like we just made the trade
And
to
that's
get
all it
KD. I
did,
mean,
bro.
it's
It got
fine.
held back. It got held back. He
He
was
held
playing
a
with
little bit.
Harden, KD.
We
Come
if you
on,
saw
bro. You ain't
Claxton's
shooting over
draft,
them, nigga.
if you saw Claxton's draft profile,
actually,
everybody
Claxton
thought he
played
was
his best with the big three, if you're being honest. He actually played his best with the
because
big three. He wasn't being held back. He actually had nobody really guarding him, and he was that extra weapon at the rim because he didn't have to do much offensively
right.
except dunk.
Right, and that's the point.
Hold him
If
back.
he
Come
if
on.
he was on another team, let's say he got drafted to somewhere else like a Charlotte, I feel like he would have been able to show off more of his abilities because they don't have a KD or a Kyrie there. So yeah, you have to show off more of that. But compared to now, I'm surprised they didn't let him do the shit last year.
All right, so hold on.
If anything, he should have been doing all of this stuff last year.
Yeah,
If that
Claxton.
was the
All right,
case,
hold on. Claxton in his exit interviews this past season said he has to work on his shooting. That's him actually saying that. And same thing with Dayron. They both said they have to work on their damn shots.
Claxton is saying he got to work on his free throws for
Yeah,
5
he has to
years.
work on his free throws and his jump shot. So yeah, I mean
Yo, bro,
Harlem. I'll give you.
bro,
And I was
He's
very
saying himself, man.
pointed out about Claxton's free throw numbers need to get better. 50% isn't
just
good.
because you say you gotta work on something, don't mean you terrible, bro. That just mean I can
I
get
didn't say
better
I didn't say he was terrible. He said he had to work on it though.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. He can get better, but you want it to happen in this season alone. It's not going to happen in
Harlem.
the
So one thing this show proved today that
man.
Harlem is a casual. He never played before. I don't believe he never played basketball. I don't believe it. He's just a regular casual that just watches.
Bro, you don't even. I'm a casual. You don't even understand that everybody got a role. So who's really the real casual, my nigga?
And I'm
you the real
actually see.
So
Listen.
So if you know that, hold on. So if you really know that,
hold on.
So if you really know that,
did you ever hear me say on this show, I want DFS to be the main focal point on offense? I mean, did I ever say some crazy shit like that, dude?
You would have been on crack if you was.
No, we never did. You never did.
But he has a role. I know the game, bro.
So if you know that,
that's getting me scared right now.
So if you know that everybody has a role, then why don't you understand? So if you understand everybody has a role, then why you don't understand that Nick Claxton's role
Imagine DFS
is
was
with
the
his
best
role?
player on Brooklyn this year.
I know what his role is. He does it very
sense.
well. But all right, listen. What about take away?
So if you know his role, then why you always trash him then? If
that's constructive criticism, Harlem. It's constructive criticism, man.
Harlem.
Study the game a bit more, my guy. All right, you come in with all these
John, you don't
Let me
even
proclamations,
know
wrap
man.
this up.
basketball, bro.
This show is
Harlem,
only
you don't even know how
Come
to
on, man.
analyze a basketball game. You don't even check stats, man. Come on.
let me
I'm trying to help
wrap
you out
this
here,
up. The
man.
show is only supposed to be an hour. I went
Bro,
an hour
you
over,
went
man.
against you. You tried to compare Embiid to Nick Claxton, John. Shut up, bro.
You
No,
You
can
don't
did
I
know
can
that.
I no,
basketball at
can I
all,
You
just
man.
say
did
this
that.
though? No, because here's the every time BK brings up
Stop,
comparisons,
bro.
everybody just goes at him. But why not just see it on a screen to just see a little head-to-head comparison? I'm not saying that that's the ultimatum of these two
How are
against
you
each other,
trying
but
to
it's kind of what they've
compare
done
a
so far.
role player to a superstar? Make it make sense, Johnny.
Okay,
I'm
Harlem.
gonna
How
Then
do
be.
you
why
I'm
do you
get?
say
How do
gonna
you
be a
Claxton's
get?
going to be an
Philly.
offensive stalwart in like 5
I don't
months,
even
Harlem?
know.
Can you tell me, please, Mr.
Yo, bro.
Savant?
I
I'm
Let me
got
wrap
waiting.
this up. I'm
I
gonna
got
wrap it
faith
up,
in
man.
I got faith in Claxton. If you
Yo,
don't, that's on you, man.
join the
You keep
channel as
hating,
a
bro.
member.
That's on
Harlem,
If
you.
you,
you haven't
you do
dropped a
not
like
understand
on the
what
video,
definition of
drop a like
Yo,
on
bro,
the
criticism,
keep
man.
video.
hating, John. Keep hating,
Drop a
Harlem,
like.
John. Keep
define
hating, and that's
constructive
what
Share
I'm
it.
good
criticism.
at.
Share
Harlem,
it.
define
Absolutely.
Share
constructive
it. Use the
Keep
criticism.
first
hating, John.
Define a
Keep
rebuild.
hating,
Yes, sir.
John.
No, wrap it up. We're gonna
Define
Keep
a
wrap it up.
hating,
rebuild,
John.
Harlem. Yeah,
Yo,
These
okay,
niggas
Harlem.
going back
easy.
and
Say
forth,
out
Salute
in the
man.
all y'all,
comments.
bro.
I need laughter, man.
Yeah.
You
All
already
right.
know.
All right. Let me
Salute,
wrap
y'all.
this up.
Yo, have a good night, guys. Have a good
All
night.
right, all right,
Peace.
man.